Yeah. What's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, it's shit's real. We talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scoper, the New England representative. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do, man? Shuttleworth the guy, aka the GOAT artist, aka LB, Lauderdale boss. You know what it is. Mr. The World, still a op. You know what I mean? RainGangRadio.com in the building. El Capitan, let's go.
Yes, sir. Ring gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. You
Hey,
muted
yo,
my.
what's good? You know who this is? Your boy King People, nigga box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go. And man, I'm not. Nobody's gonna get a full-fledged ban this week because I had a good weekend. I made me some money, so you know what I'm saying. When I win me some money, I feel generous, so I don't feel like banning nobody. But I will say Drake gets a week timeout. Actually, no, make that a month timeout for that trash album. And some of the comments that he made and that Joe Budden stuff, yeah, you on timeout for a while.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I didn't listen to the album because Drake's not my.
It wasn't very good. And this is from somebody that listens to Drake. It was not good.
I didn't even give it a chance. I don't think.
I mean,
I think it's probably just matter of fact.
I usually listen to it.
You don't like. I can just like you're not wasting any. You're not losing sleep over it. So don't worry about it.
I will say this though, on my Facebook, where it's like, I noticed there's a lot of dislike towards that album, especially like some of the women are just like, yeah, this shit is weak. Like I was like, damn, like because usually I don't see that on my Facebook like that, like especially with Drake. So I'm like, oh, this must really be like a really weak ass shit that he's put even for him to me.
No, it wasn't good, and he was being a lot of red pill stuff. Like he's on that red pill wave, and just like yeah.
Is there more bars or singing? Would you say?
No, it was struggle bars and sassiness.
But then I know Ron would be like, "Yo, this shit is fire, my nigga. This is ill."
I already.
The sexy red collab. That's all.
we already.
Oh, you already heard all that shit, huh?
That fucking Drake album. I think it's like 24 songs, and like I think he said he fuck with it, but I'm hearing some people fuck with it, like it, some people don't, but this is Drake. I'm good. Like I could never tell you about a Drake album. Like I just don't listen to that nigga. There's nothing appeals to him ever to my ears in the state of hip hop.
I mean, the only album that I ever listened to, and this is when he was coming out, was that So Far Gone mixtape, and because niggas were kept on hyping that shit up, and like the nigga that was on Degrassi, the funny looking nigga, like he was like, oh, this motherfucker is dope and shit like that.
It was pretty good. That was a good album. I mean,
listen to
that nigga's never been dope. I don't know what the fuck y'all listen to, honestly. Like dope and Drake, really? Like
I mean, this was before you found out that this motherfucker
ever in the history of hip hop, this nigga has never really been dope.
But yeah, because it was before. But then when I listened, it was before. You find out, hey, this motherfucker was freestyling off of BlackBerry, and then
never with all that. I hear what you're saying, but he's never been dope, nigga. Then like, have we ever like this nigga never spit no type of damn life's a bitch AZ type of verse, nothing game changing. It's just meme rap, hashtag rap. Get the fuck out of here.
I will say this though, because there's I think there's really only one song of his that I thought that this motherfucker snapped on. And again, this is before the whole allegations, and that was on the Rick Ross album. The nigga did the Aston Martin music. He was on the regular album. It was just him crooning the hook, which is whatever. But on the remix, it's like he spits. He blacks out.
He'll have his hot little verses now and then. I ain't gonna say he complete garbage, but it's just
wrong Rick Ross song. Stay Scheming. That's the one. That's the one for me.
Yeah, he kind of murdered. Well, whoever wrote that murdered that.
Nah, I like Lord Knows, but that's just Blaze Productions. I don't know. Lord knows.
At least it's the production you fucking with. I mean, that's cool. Like you know. But other than that, like, yeah, I can't stand, like, I mean, ever since then, because, I'm very hardline, so it's like, after those two things, I'm like, I'm good. Until I see this nigga in their studio actually literally writing and shit like that and stuff like that, I was like, this nigga has writers, so it's just like, I'm good. I'm good.
Like no one trying to fuck with that corporate rapper shit. This nigga be on. Like when you have a damn when niggas treat you as a rapper, like they treat like singers and events and shit, where you gotta have like a 13 writers in your room and you got writer camps and all this. Like, dude, like you're a business. You're not even a rapper at this point. Like niggas is making sure like you're on some Beyonce shit, bro. Like that's cool if you're on some MC Hammer shit and you're dancing and you're doing all types of shit, but nigga, you just crooning some Keith Sweat bars, nigga. Like what you need all this production and extra shit for?
Yeah, no,
like, I can see if you had like 30 dancers and you doing some and you rapping, like, nah, nigga, you ain't doing none of that shit. Like, fuck out of here.
You can't dance for shit either. Like, you can't dance, you can't do none of that shit, you know. So it's like, you know, and it's and the funny thing is, I already knew what time it was. I remember because he's very corporate. Like he won't do the shit out of his element. I remember this nigga was on NBA with Shaq and Barkley and Kenny Smith or whatever, and he was talking music, and then Shaq was like, "Yo, let's go spit some bars right now." Shaq spit some bars. I'm like, "Okay, you next." And this nigga was kind of fumbling. I'm like, "Got him." And then Shaq realized
because he's not hip hop. Like that's what when niggas try to make these whack motherfuckers hip hop. It's like, nah, bro. Like you're in hip hop. That's cool. You can make money within hip hop.
He's a pop star,
but you're not hip hop.
He's a pop star. It's okay.
Yeah, like, and that's cool. Like, just chill. Like with this whole try to make this nigga seem like he hip hop. Like, nah.
Yeah, or like he's up there with the greats. That's I'll never forgive Sprite for that. You know, that's
like get the fuck out of here. Like, what the fuck has he done for the culture, nigga?
Yeah, but let me get to Pilot because I know Pilot's got over here.
Oh shit, yeah. Introduce this nigga.
But yeah, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
It's Pilot. That's all I got. You know what it is? Pilot. Ring game. Let's go.
Abbreviated.
So
yeah, we had to because you know P like sparked a few just to go on the Drake album. You know, like stuff.
Not that Drake album. That's not what's going on. Android. What it do?
Yeah, what's going on?
Salute Anthony.
Yeah, salute
MOB.
Right, and you know maybe Thursday, you know, one of us will probably go into more rants, especially if Rome is on there, and you know we have the old versus young nigga arguments again for music. Yes, no, but today it's about that boxing, you know, because again, you know, we had some boxing last weekend, you know, and first thing, we'll start with one Lee Wood, you know, facing one Josh Warrington. And the fact that Lee Wood almost pissed me off because I did a 4-fight parlay and this motherfucker was up to bat first. And it looked like this motherfucker was going to lose because I was like, he looked mad uncomfortable. He looked shaky as anything. I was like, what the fuck is this? You know,
worst version of Lee Wood I've ever seen in my life.
I thought he won the first round, but yeah, like after Warrington won like the rest, until
Warrington definitely won the rest. I was like, because Warrington has like 6 KOs, 7 KOs, but you know, I always said Warrington can actually has some pop, but it just seemed like every single time that Warrington was landing, he was landing combination. It wasn't just one punch. Like dude was going the ropes and it was like boom, 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 boom. Like he was landing.
It was the best Warrington has looked in years, probably since the first Laura fight.
Yeah,
he fights like a British Sean Porter sometimes. I don't know, like
a British.
I mean, you know, like he just like similar in terms of rough, makes it rougher.
But honestly, he's not as rough as Sean Porter. Like he boxes a little bit more, like
a little bit more, yeah.
Because he does like the jab is fast. Like he got an underrated jab.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking throws the combinations. He comes at you. He moves his head sometimes. Yeah. He did try to get chippy with the head in there a little bit. Pause.
Yeah. He was definitely leading. Eventually, at some point, he started leading with the head. But,
probably I think around the 3rd or 4th round. But like I felt like he was just being greedy at that point, and it kind of led to him getting knocked out.
Yeah, because it was one of those things where you look but it just seemed like Wood was just like, I don't know if it was the weight thing or he was just shocked by the physicality of this shit.
I think the weight thing played a part in it because you could tell he was definitely he's having trouble making weight. He looked like it. It looked like it. So I think he's got to move up after this.
Fuck it is, your boy Ron Top 5. I'm just popping in real quick, nigga. You know, I work at 2 a.m., nigga, so it's a wrap for me right now, nigga. Just popped in to say what's good to y'all niggas. Shout out that nigga Lee Wood.
Yep.
Ring game, nigga.
That's what
nigga, salute me back, nigga. I want to hear all y'all niggas be like, yo, Rome, yeah.
I mean, I actually saluted you like physically.
Yeah, nigga, I
don't know these other niggas like salute. What they do?
Yeah, that's
roll top 5.
Yeah, he was mad at me. I was like, yeah, we're about to salute you, but you just like you nigga, you jumped to the end of the book, my nigga.
yeah. Hey, nigga, y'all niggas check out that Drake album too, nigga. It's fire.
Nope. I just said it was not. Nope.
No.
See, Thursday, Rome, come on Thursday. We'll have a little old young nigga discussion about that shit, nigga.
Okay, I'm just make sure y'all niggas got your due diligence done. Make sure you listen to it actually.
He ain't like the Trippie Redd album, nigga. He bugging.
Hey, we'll talk about that on Thursday too, my nigga. Look, we'll talk about that.
I'm sorry, folks. We gonna get back to boxing, but you know, hip hop.
You look like that. You look like that, nigga. I don't know why you hating, nigga. You look just like Drizzy. That nigga.
Oh no, P, not me, nigga. I'm dark skinned.
No, yeah, I'm saying King P. Yeah.
Not all people look alike. So
Jafar is he?
He look like Adonis all grown up.
Danis is a white man. Like, nah.
But all right, y'all.
Peace.
All right, Rome, peace.
All right, but Bethania, what it do, yo? Wood fought stupidly, switching stances unnecessarily, couldn't fight southpaw, yet gets a KO. Dude's a Cinderella man or Walmart Rocky.
And
he didn't look bad southpaw, though. He didn't look bad southpaw. Like, honestly think he would have looked just as bad either way he fought. Like,
yeah, I'm not usually a fan of niggas that be switching stances like that, and that's definitely not a Leewood thing. But I think he was probably doing it just because he had to show Warrington some different angles. You know, Warrington is pretty much straight up and down like 6 o'clock. So it's like, you know, maybe do just this one thing to throw him off, which it did. It did throw him off, and on top of that, I mean, it did throw him off to the point where Warrington wasn't very careful. I was like, okay, wait a minute, do I move into the right hand or do I move away from the? He didn't know.
Yeah. It's like you could tell like he was familiar with fighting southpaw, but it wasn't like he didn't have that astute that confidence that come with it. Right. Like, but you could tell he could because he didn't look bad. He was throwing the right hook, but I don't think he had the oomph and the power on it like that.
Right. Yeah.
Especially the left.
Because I mean, isn't Kid Galahad a southpaw? I remember how much he struggled with that dude. Like he struggled. I mean, it was the fight.
Warrington did struggle with Galahad, but the thing is, what whenever Warrington kind of struggles, he gets busier. He's like Devin Alexander in that sense.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always like he fights harder. Sometimes it helps him. Sometimes it hurts him. Like against Laura, it hurt him when he needed to really kind of tone it down and box a little. Yeah. Against Galahad, it helped him because Galahad was going to try to stink the joint out. And so Warrington got busier with the jab and pushed Galahad back more. And so he looked like he was the busier guy. He controlled the ring generalship of that fight. Yeah. So I thought he won. He beat Galahad clean to me. It was close, competitive, but he won. Yeah. You know, it just... Warrington has different looks. The southpaw shit did slow him down, but only for a little bit. Then he kind of got back into it and he started putting hands on Leewood again.
Yeah, and I'm thinking to myself like, yo, and the funny thing too is get to the point where I was just waiting for Leewood to get, you know, because Leewood when he gets knocked down, the motherfucker be going down all dramatic and shit. I was just waiting for that
Michael Grant,
that dramatic knockout or some shit like that.
Even when he gets hit, he takes the shot. Like there was one shot he ate. Like I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I'm like, "Nigga, is this Mike Tyson's Punch Out, my nigga? Like, why'd you do? Like, you know, it's like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, his head was like bouncing like Hamed. Like, at least with Hamed be jumping in, doing all the crazy angles. Right. But he was just on some regular bow. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, and he was, and I was like, damn, this nigga looks so shaky. I was like, yo, do something. And then, you know,
yes.
And then, of course, you know, he rescues himself. I think it was in the 7th round or whatever, because he hit through with a right hook from southpaw.
7th round. It was the 7th round.
Yeah. And then, you know, Warrington became unstuck. I was like, damn, Leewood really has that type of power like that? Because
it was a perfect count because he turned into it and then he just kept catching them. That shit was hard. Like it was 6 punches, and I think he landed about 4 of those.
Yeah, yeah. And then
that is now 3 3 come from behind knockouts.
No fucking timeout, goddammit. Y'all stop repeating this fucking dumbass myth.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't come behind for the goddamn Zucan fight.
Yeah, the Zucan fight.
Like, god damn it. Like, y'all niggas stop, like, yo. Y'all niggas, like, get y'all shit together. Like, stop. I keep seeing that stupid shit on Twitter. Like, y'all did y'all even watch the goddamn Zucan fight? Yeah, like, first of all, like, if y'all seen that fight, Lee Wood was beating this man ass from the very first fucking round.
Sure was.
Dude, literally beat this man ass for the whole fucking fight. And then the 12th round, he just dropped him and stopped him. Over. Yeah. It wasn't no comeback. Now, was he an underdog? Yes.
Very much so, yeah.
He was an underdog. Motherfuckers did not pick Zucan to beat, pick Lee Wood to beat Zucan, except for your boy.
Yeah, LB, but then, if there was a legit reason why to pick Zucan, though, because Zucan is, it's one of those wild volume punchers that the motherfucker would throw like 1,600 punches, and niggas have a hard time keeping up with that type of activity.
But then it's like, it's the style, and then Zucan been inactive. You put that two together.
Yeah, so and
but they still had him as like a good sizable favorite though. Like they thought he could do it.
Yeah, oh, go ahead, Pilot.
I was gonna say Lee Wood he's Mr. Clutch right now. He's Mr. Clutch.
Yeah, Conlon, he came back from because he needed a knockdown or a knockout, and he got that. He got that. And then LB, of course, predicted the round and the fucking KO on that shit. So, the Laura shit was different. He didn't knock out Laura. He didn't get the knockout, but he won. He
because so it's like, what are y'all thinking? Like, what are niggas repeating? Because like he won, he boxed a decision, and he dropped him.
Yeah, exactly. But this one,
and then this fight with Conlon. With Warrington, he literally really came back from this one.
Yeah, and it was good too. I'd say the Warrington was a G for getting to his feet, but it was clear that dude was shaky as shit. Like he wasn't like if the referee let him continue, Wood was gonna body him. Like it was.
No, but the round was over. Like Warrington been complaining about it hard. I follow him on Instagram. Like every 3 posts, like every other post is about that shit, yo. Like he wants to damn fight him again in May. Like, you want to do the rematch?
This is a motherfucker that he pulled some fuckery in the Laura shit in the second rematch and just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not running that shit back. Yeah,
I'm tired of Warrington getting all these fucking rematches. Like, bro, like.
Technically, he should have never gotten a title shot in the first place, but that's a whole different conversation. Like,
even this title shot, to be honest, but
Yeah, but this was more or less.
Yeah, like.
This was more or less the fact that Eddie was like, wait a minute, Mauricio Laura lost. I can probably do this now before I can do my British.
But see, I didn't mind this fight because I knew it'd be an action fight, and it's a legit big fight over there, especially for Lee Wood. Like, he deserved a fight like this.
Of course, yeah.
Where he's the favorite, he's the champion, he's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way he fought, you couldn't tell. Like,
right.
Defense wasn't tight at all. Like, nigga just getting battered around. Like, he would land some quality shots here and there, but for the most part, he lost every round after the first until he got that right moment.
That right moment, right hook. And
crazy.
But I definitely salute him because it was another dramatic KO. And them motherfuckers love Lee Wood over there because it was funny too. I was like, why are they booing Warrington like that? Isn't he from like the same area? It might be a UK
Leeds.
Yeah, I was like, they were booing the shit out of dude. Like, I thought it was like Madden. I thought because I didn't realize Warrington was like a villain or some shit like that because usually you don't really hear that shit.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised too, but it's just like Lee Wood is just that amazing, bro. Like,
yeah, I will say this though, and in the in the interview you said like that was his last featherweight title defense. And he's going up to 130. So I think I think who's most likely going to fill that vacancy if when Lee Wood drops that title again?
Isn't it
what's his name? Ray Ford versus Obama.
I forgot the other dude's name.
Obama or some shit. Yeah, Obama.
I wouldn't be surprised if that fight's probably on the Sonny Edwards card because I know Ray Ford has been looking. Raven Ford's looking for a time. So he's been patiently waiting.
He didn't want that nigga to lose this whole time.
He's been WBA Mendo for a while now. You know what I'm saying? So it's him versus I can't pronounce the guy's name, man.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't pronounce his name. But yeah.
I mean, all I know is that dude.
I doubt the fight. I doubt that fight will be made that quickly. Like that's a quick turnaround for that belt to just be loose and just
Otabek
title.
Otabek Komatov.
There we go.
Yes, Komatov.
Yeah, so like I mean, I'm pretty sure. Oh, go ahead, P. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say if he's moving up to 130, I say put Lee Wood in there with Joe Cordina.
That's what I was just about to say. That shit too.
That's a
cracker of a fight.
Bars.
And Lee would be up against that. He'd be up in that fight because Cordina is athletic and could punch and could box.
But he gets drawn into wars. I feel like Cordina likes to fight. He likes to get drawn into wars. So
he does. Like he'd probably be the favorite because if you seen how Warrington started out fast on dude, like just imagine what Cordina could do.
Exactly.
But it's one of those, you know, if you don't put Lee Wood down or just get him out of there, then you always gonna have a problem on your hand. He's like a nightmare. Like you're not over it until you woke up and then you're brushing your teeth.
Deontay Jones, I'll see you in the comment. That is not a Seahawks jersey. It is a Jets jersey. Get it right.
Oh my God, that's an insult. And don't worry, Deontay. Like on Thursday, I will go in on the Cowboys. I'm not gonna watch it because I'm gonna be the bigger man tonight. So I'm not gonna get drawn into shitting on the
salute.
Cowboys. And then and of course,
what up, Henny God?
Yeah, Miss Bitch, of course, is going off. Talk about Shuttleworth wearing glasses now. Man, get your Steve Urkel looking head out of here.
Me to take Shuttleworth do-rag.
Yeah, and then Shuttleworth, get your Eminem looking self out of here.
He ain't been in here. This motherfucker ain't been in here for a while. I like sauce and the love for NY King. Like, nigga, respect to y'all in love. Man, fuck all this football talk.
Yeah, no, but hey, Pat Scorpio, I don't know why, but that name, like, fire. Thank you. Yeah, coolest name on the panel. Whoever's doing this.
Fuck out of here.
I swear that count, be going up, be making me laugh sometimes. Better than that Nick Gurr one, that one was just like, racist trolling and shit like that under the guise of boxing.
Yeah, but the only thing I'll say about Nick is Nick had a cooler anime pick. This one's got a One Piece anime pick. Nah, I'm good on that. Get that One Piece shit out. Trash. Overrated ass anime. Anyway,
like 1,000 episodes with only like 30% of them are decent to watch.
more like 20%.
He said 20%. Ah, damn. I mean, you'll know better than I do. I never watched that shit, so I'll take your word for it.
But
I know I'll never watch it.
But salute to Lee Wood though for not being the first fight to blow my parlay. I mean, the fight we'll talk about in a little bit blew my parlay, but at least Lee Wood kept it because I put Lee Wood on for a KO. So like at least that was good shit right there. Outside of that, though, the only other thing I got mentioned about that card too was the co-main. Terry Harper was looking fucking mid as shit. Like, how you gonna let a 41-year-old, 42-year-old Cecilia Breakus be competitive with you? Like, what the fuck?
Might have won that fight, low key. I wasn't really fully scoring it, but that was a close fight.
The problem is it shouldn't have been a close fight. I actually thought Breakus won that shit.
I didn't think Breakus won, but it was close. It was closer than it should have.
It was close, and it was an ugly fight. Hearn just need to shut the fuck up, trying to sell us on a robbery. Like, that shit was a draw. That probably needed to be a fucking draw.
Yeah, it probably did. I mean, and honestly, I thought Harper probably needed to lose her belts because I was like, damn, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
it was just a lazy ass performance. Like, she landed some counters. I give her that. Like, some shit. It just, honestly, I'm kind of surprised for the type of fight it was. Mm-hmm. and seeing how like the whole leads thing, like I'm surprised they didn't have Ebony Bridges on the card. Mm-hmm. I think that was a missed opportunity because usually, you know, they do decent numbers when, you know, her and Warrington are like the co-main or the main co-main type shit.
Yeah, but I think she was just I don't know. I mean, I wish she was recovering from an injury, but like seems like I said, I don't think she seems like she's interested in boxing anymore. You know, Ebony Bridges, like, you know, which is a goddamn shame because she can.
Yeah, I think she's on vacation now. Like,
she's on the OnlyFans vacation.
No, I was saying that like I think it was her birthday or she went back home to visit her people or whatever, just from I think Instagram or whatnot. But yeah, that whole OnlyFans shit, it could be a gift and a curse because if you don't know how to manage both, like you'll fall behind in one area when you really don't want to fall behind in that public area because that's boxing. That's your livelihood. That's what you really do.
I mean, she's probably making more money on OnlyFans than boxing, really. You know, less the
probably do, but see, the boxing is what feeds the OnlyFans.
Right. Well, in a way,
in a way, yeah. I mean, now just now it's like, well, it don't matter now, but.
Yes.
Y'all talk about Alicia calling out Clarissa.
See, I'm not paying attention to that because there are a couple divisions like it's two, like they're not close and like, you know.
That's
hold on, did that actually happened? I just seen
Twitter bantering.
It was just some joking. There wasn't no serious shit.
Yeah, there's about as much chance of that happening as Canelo Crawford. I don't give a shit about that.
So Thurman Clarissa Shields might have him before Baumgartner Shields.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh damn! They must be bored. They just going back and forth with it. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say Alicia is probably in a state of limbo right now because ain't shit proved that she wouldn't pop dirty or anything like that, and Clarissa's just being Clarissa as she usually is. So it's like
Alicia's been thirst trapping for like a month now.
Sure, the fuck has.
She just nonstop,
That nigga's just like, bro, you need to pop dirty all the time.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying,
I mean, neither am
I.
Like, it's just because you're over here, it's like you're over here jumping, like, yay, I'm over here, like, I'm just like,
forget about it.
Forget about it. Like, yeah. Had the needles on deck, nigga.
Yeah, like, here, don't. She's like, yeah, I'm jumping up here. Don't I have a nice ass? Look at the smile. Like, I got them chinky eyes too, and everything, bro. Like, it's just like, that's, that's her. Like, that's her whole mind state right now. It's just like, she ain't, until the official, whatever official statement comes out.
There isn't official. Like, it seemed like they just like haven't said anything at all. Like it's been a while.
Yeah, because I know Eddie's probably working because I know Eddie probably wants her back because that was Eddie's legit American draw, and now she's in a kind of a state of a limbo and shit like that. So it's like, yeah, because you're gonna need it because Terry Harper isn't it. I don't really want to watch Terry Harper on my screen anymore. Like
yeah, like that's the thing. It's like he need to start like it almost kind of feels like he used to stack the cards better. Now, like, I get these matchroom cards. I literally only want to see one fucking fight, and that's it.
And I think probably what happened was because remember, like, because I know they had the whole UK split. Like, some went to Boxer or some work because Eddie used to control a larger roster of fighters. But when he was doing that Mandingo shit during that summertime during the COVID shit. Like them shits used to be fire from bottom to top, nigga. Like these.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, at least it'll be like maybe 3 fights out of the 5 or 6 that you would want to see. So you'd be like, all right, I'll start watching this card from the Campbell Hatton on type shit.
Yeah, I mean.
Now it's like, like, nigga, when's the fucking main event?
I can't even watch those British cards. I really can't watch it. They're so trash. I mean, like, I'm not.
Yes. Oh my.
And it's not just because like Alexa because like even before really Eddie was a thing. Like we used to like, I know me and Elby used to watch some shits on Wealth TV, and even entertaining as fuck. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like the
only time they got stale is when Frank Warren got a hold of them, and then he'll be having niggas fighting for 8 hours over there.
Yeah, exactly. And
be like, oh shit, motherfucker, come home like, yeah, you still watching boxing? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Eddie needs to do something. Needs to shake up his UK roster because them marathon cards, like, because you can tell like the talent is like they're developing talent, but it's like you had all these fighters that were actually putting in work, and now they're all like scattered all over the fucking place.
Yeah, they're not. He's not matching them up no more. Like, there's no good little rivalries. No, that shit just ain't popping like that.
Yeah, there's not even a Ted Cheeseman out there that, to go balls to the wall and give niggas accents.
That's what I'm saying.
Cheeseman, goddamn, they don't got Cheeseman no more to like, a workhorse nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
there's plenty of dudes that they don't have no more. That I'm just like, what the fuck going on?
Yeah, so I mean, it's like, but yeah, like Eddie needs to do something because, like I said, because Terry Harper isn't it anymore. Like, I'm tired of watching her. Especially after, arguably getting a draw with the 41-year-old Cecilia Breakus, who didn't look anything all that special either. But like I said, I thought Breakus won, but it was a close win, but it was just like, yeah, it should have, either way, that shouldn't have not been that close, like, at all.
Nah. They need to start making women's fights 11 rounds. Fuck it. I got a question from Anthony. Do you guys think the reason why the United States is so far behind in boxing in terms of developing talent for the money-making divisions is because most of our athletes are going to other sports?
Yeah, basically. I mean, all our heavyweight champs are probably in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Even all our middleweights probably are all wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of the money. The money is not there, I guess.
Nah, the money is there, bro. It's just. Look,
not when you start, not when you're like.
Now, yes, dude. The money, dude. The influencers are showing you that the money has always been there for boxing.
Right.
It's just the whole perception of it. It's the whole. There's nobody really marketing boxing on a mainstream level all the time. Yeah. You'll see you'll see Damian Lillard, you'll see Wade, you'll see everybody doing their events and shit throughout the year for different sports. You don't see that with boxing. That's why it's so important that people make big fights and big fights happen and the best fight the best. Because if you don't get that overflow of content for boxing.
And ironically, too, the boxers most of the time, and like if you know them in person, they'll even want to talk about boxing in outside of when they're training or something like that.
Like boxers could honestly be their worst enemy. Mm-hmm. When it comes in promotion of their sport, like, yeah,
they're like, some of them just be like, yeah, I only care about this money, and it's cool, whatever. But
but just don't bitch about the sport not growing.
Yeah, but that's where I say there has to be like between business and shit like that. Like it never was like this back in the day. Like it really was not. Like
I'm saying once the NFL money got crazy. I mean, and boxing's allure and popularity dwindled. I mean, like when you consider boxing, it might not even be popularity was a top 5 sport right now. So why would you
but boxing's more popular than ever, bro.
But it's not more popular than the NBA or NFL or you know what I'm saying? I mean, like
it's right up there. Like, dude, you have football and basketball, baseball, boxing is like right behind them niggas. Pause.
Money, you see the crazy money contracts you get with the rookies and all that. I'm just saying, like these kids want to
because it's an infrastructure. Like boxing is a free for all. Honestly, see, there's money in the beginning. That's why all the influencers are going at it. Like if you see on TikTok, you got so many niggas 3-0, 4-0 influencer boxers, 100,000 damn followers, 200,000. Like niggas is fucking boxing. It's just like, dude. The biggest thing one of these networks could do, I'm talking about an ESPN or a DAZN or PBC, is to make a boxing show that covers the whole sport so y'all can see this shit. Because it's out there. People are interested in boxing.
One thing is, PBC did have that, and they canceled because it was on FS1, I think. Yeah, they
need it on like a regular shit, or I need to stream.
With Kate Abdo and Sean Porter, right? The Fox one?
Yeah.
You need those shows like that are important to the sport, yo. Because if you don't, like, I don't know why you just can't have a show that comes on every Saturday morning or some shit, and it just gives you the breakdown of all that boxing happenings. Mm-hmm. And it's a 30-minute show, or it could be an hour show.
I mean, because some of these guys like this guy Kurt Scobie, who I've heard about since last year. He's a former college running back. Wasn't panning out to go to the NFL. He became a fucking 140 beast. You know what I'm saying? He's knocking everybody out at 140. Everybody's saying he's on roids because he's fucking a running back build. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I wish America ran. I wish American fans love boxing like British fans do. That's all.
Dog, we do. It's just Americans. Look, boxing's the only thing niggas really don't pander to down here. Like in general. Mm-hmm. Like, think about it. Look. Whenever you get black channels on YouTube for boxing, what they pander with all the woke shit. This nigga, that nigga, what Wilder had ate for breakfast. Mm-hmm. How good Clarissa Shields looks in a swimsuit, or just random shit. Is not about the sport. It's not about boxing and the shit that we actually want to talk about, the fighting and shit, the people, the characters.
Yeah, they pander more to what they say as the culture. And it's sure it's not because niggas don't talk about that shit in the gym. I tell you that. Like, they don't.
That's what I'm saying. So there's a disconnect. Mm-hmm. But, we're doing our part, but we can't do it all, man.
Right.
Because niggas care about boxing, like, especially this year. Like, I be at parks, all of them niggas randomly come up talk about boxing all the time. Now they see you training. It's just boxing is one of those things you have to see it. If you're not seeing boxing, it really don't exist to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But the minute a fight look like it's about to happen, look, everybody eyes.
Yeah.
You think a nigga give a damn if a motherfucker tossing a football to himself walking down the street? No. A nigga dribbling a basketball? No. A nigga start slapboxing with somebody or even trying to hit a mosquito, a motherfucker start like, hold on, what the fuck this nigga doing? Shadow boxing. Like boxing the greatest fucking sport. Like it needs the greatest presentation to really hook new fans.
Right. And that's where it really lacks in America. It really does. Like if it had Japan's representation of it, then American boxing would be in a much stronger and a better place.
Yeah. Because it would affect it would do like Pat said, it would affect boxers on the individual level. You would see that sense of pride and be like, yeah, I'm a boxer. This, that. Like, yeah, I want to fight to be a champion. You wouldn't have all these niggas sounding like Jared Anderson.
Right, exactly.
It'd be a pride of that. These niggas used to damn sell their soul to get on USA Tuesday night fights and put on a show. Like,
yeah,
niggas don't even care about damn having a good fight no more like that. Like, come on, man. Like,
right, exactly. So yeah, let's say, I mean, it's because I mean, it's a different time now, different era. You have like, okay, brain damage, and I just want to get this money, and Floyd did this, so I'm going to do this without really understanding what Floyd actually did. I mean, that's and I said before, how Floyd approached boxing probably changed how. I mean, that's his biggest legacy, more than anything, more than his. Like, as most fighters are like, oh, okay, so I should just low risk, not knowing that Floyd actually did put in a lot of work in his early years. But, most people don't understand that.
But there's more media now than when Floyd was coming up. So niggas really could be stars and do other shit. But it's like you said, it comes back to the whole most niggas, once boxing's over with, they don't want nothing to do with boxing. And you see a lot of guys, they're good at boxing, but they don't love boxing. There's a lot of Jermaine Taylors, a lot of Mikey Garcias out there.
Right.
And they do it, they're just good at it.
At least on PBC side of things, you see this kid Trayvon Marshall, he's got next at welterweight, then he gets bodied by old, Gabriel Maestre type of thing. Truck just lost a 0 to that Vladimir Hernandez. A lot of black niggas, man, I don't know. They ain't, I don't know. It's trash, but I feel like a lot of
that's what happens because you're matching the black niggas up against the damn Spanish cats because that's what y'all love, and it says it sells. Instead of matching up the black niggas against the black niggas on these damn club shows in America to start building up names. Mm-hmm. America loves building up motherfuckers from other goddamn countries.
Right? No, underrated, and that's also facts too.
Dude, like, I mean, Anthony, he's saying it like I fuck with the answer, like. That's also hurting America in developing fighters. You don't have enough club shows.
Now, truthfully, there's more than enough. There is enough club shows, and there's more than enough. But the thing is, it depends.
It's the promotion with them too, bro.
Oh, and where it's offered. Like I'd say before, I mean, this is where the zone actually more often not airs all these club shows. Like from the shit that like they air like at least from the Jake Paul shit the other shit I was talking about. I think
they do, but see, the zone fails because it has no shoulder programming, no type of promotional. The shit they did with Devin Haney and Prograde is about the best thing they did promotional wise.
Dope ass promo, I ain't gonna lie.
Since the zone started. Mm-hmm. Dude, come on, bro. Like, I feel like since Ring Gang started, we progressed more than the zone has. And both literally started at the same time.
Facts.
I'm just saying that, like, if you put the zone and Ring Gang neck and neck, like, as far as you just to look at, like, okay, what content y'all doing? What are y'all proving? Y'all getting more interviews? Y'all doing this? I feel like we've been like this, and the zone is just like, yeah, we're trying. Okay, Haney program commercial, like, nigga. Mm-hmm. Now, like,
yeah, and I think that's the issue too, because like I said, because the streaming service is the one that actually puts in the effort. But if you're asking like because there's no Tuesday night fights, there's no Friday night fights. I mean, hell, even fucking NBC Sports before it kind of, I think before that channel got canceled, they even had some shit. But it's just like you have to find an American network that's willing to invest in it, like,
and get American personalities too.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping Amazon Prime falls through. I know we're on a side note, but I'm hoping PBC gets what, like, Amazon Prime would be a good look. I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Amazon would be a good look because, like, obviously for the football niggas, Thursday night football is on that shit, so it's like, and they always do a whole bunch of like shoulder programming, have like the Manning brothers be talking some shit, or they bring some celebrities in, like, and so it could work though, but it doesn't really help in terms of like reaching because not everyone has Prime. I mean, Prime is a lot of people have it, but now people like probably use Prime for that, like for that. So it's like, it might get more eyes on it, but it's like a catch-22 on how that it might actually work.
And yeah, real quick to Beth, unfortunately, Haney reads his pay-per-view. Unfortunately, yep.
Yeah, it's simply the zone pay-per-view, and it's just like, honestly, it shouldn't be. Like, it's a good fight. It's a great fucking fight, but yeah, it's one of those things where I'm pretty sure I'm probably looking at Prograde at this one. It's probably we gotta make some money. Well, actually, probably both. Haney had his taste of the pay-per-view with the Lomachenko. I was like, yeah, I need to get this pay-per-view shit going. Even though,
long as they're making the fight happen, I just hope the fight turn out good because we're getting too many significant fights that are turning into fucking duds, yo.
Yeah, like I said, this has honestly been the year of like the dud pay-per-view, with the exception of Benavidez versus Plant. That's really the only good fucking pay-per-view this year. Like, to me, like from top to bottom, like every other pay-per-view's been one-sided as fuck, not competitive. Like, and that's why. Like, niggas don't want to pay $89.99 to watch consistent string of non-competitive pay-per-views and shit.
Yeah. And they stacking the pay-per-views now because they're afraid the main event might be trash.
Facts, my nigga. Like,
so they trying to cover everything. Let me read the comments again. What up? Let me see. I think that's what's going to help PBC in the long run, going to Amazon Prime, and they could promote their club shows through Prime. John Dada. What up, dude? Boxing is the only sport where there is no system to set up the best versus the best. That's true, but usually it's the people kind of decide that. But a system in place would speed that up because everybody's screaming Crawford Boots, and niggas is like, you got some niggas saying, yeah, it's a big fight. Other niggas saying, oh, Boots ain't nobody yet. So it's like we need to get rid of that shit. Salutes Kang Song. What it do? Ring Gang in the house. Beth, what it do? Yeah. I think that also is these promoters have this old antiquated way of thinking. They're promoting these fighters like they're still using cable TV and pay-per-view model. And they're dying out to the point where people are canceling their cable and satellite subscriptions for the big cable companies, DirecTV and Dish Network. Yeah, it's that whole yeah, you remind me of Android when he be posting up the damn the Simpsons meme with the boy, the newspaper boy with the extra like that old ass shit. Like, you can't promote fights like that no more. That Android hear ye.
Yo, Android be going sick sometimes.
Like, Android be going off on these motherfuckers, but he's fucking right, and you need somebody like that. Like, cause so many niggas be just running they fuck box, not saying shit. But yeah, we can get into the next recap. We can end this real quick, man.
Yeah, it's actually a good topic. I'll probably cut this shit out. It's
yeah, no, it was. I hate to even leave it like that, but I noticed the time. I'm like, oh shit, hold on, my bad.
Yeah,
we still got three to cover. Yeah,
good topic though. Like, it's real shit. It needed to be said, yo. Real talk.
For sure. And then I think the other fight, that happened this week was from Golden Boy. We had Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez and Joe Smith Jr. Now, I thought it was honestly, we were all under the impression that shit was going to be 12 fucking rounds because like, okay, this is good. But apparently, during the weigh-in and shit like that, Joe Smith actually asked for it to be reduced to 10 rounds. I'm like, and in a way, he probably shot himself in the foot doing that. Because like the fight was good though. It was a good hard fight though. But Joe Smith though was getting outworked in like the first half of the fight because he dropped too many fucking rounds. Rust or whatever, but he was letting Zurdo get off in. Yes, Miss Bitch. Zurdo is not that good a boxer, especially he was definitely not the way he was kind of like moving and shit like that. Like, but he was moving and he was active. So, like, it was hard because Joe Smith wasn't really doing much. And then Joe Smith he warmed up in the second half of the fight. And then you could see Zurdo's big ass was getting tired from all that moving. Like, it was almost like, damn, am I watching the fucking Jesse Hart fights again? It's just like, what, what the hell is this? And I was just waiting because because my parlay, I had Joe Smith, winning by KO. And I'm thinking to myself, like, come on, like, and he was landing some shots like Zurdo, but like again, one of Zurdo's biggest things, like Zurdo he's big as fuck though. It's hard to like drop him, although clearly the power was fucking affecting him because he was absorbing some shots, and I'm thinking to myself, like, god damn, yo, like, I was like, and I'm thinking to myself when it got to the 10th round, I'm like, yeah, Joe Smith is probably going because I think Joe Smith, at least to me, had won at least 4 good rounds. And I'm like, okay, all Joe Smith has to do is probably just, can he at least drop him a couple times or try to knock him out? Well, yeah, like I said, fucking Zurdo, he hang tough. He took it, and like survived. I was like, god damn it, and I was like, it's a shame that my parlay got blown from that. But I was like, I know I was gambling on Zurdo because Zurdo, for all his deficiencies, he's a hard guy to really hurt and drop like that.
But this is the thing. It felt like Joe Smith hurt him a couple times.
He did. He absolutely fucking did.
Like I kind of believe what Joe Smith said at the end. Like, that's why I fucks with him. He's humble, and he gave dude his credit. But you could also tell that he was like a step off, and I'm glad he admitted. Like he said something about he wasn't feeling right. Like he was like a little rusty because it felt like that. Like I almost felt like he almost took too much. The layoff was too long, and maybe also, if he had a fight between this, he'd probably do better.
And somebody, he had a personal tragedy because they mentioned that his brother got killed during the summer or whatever. So
wow, okay, I didn't know that.
So he was like, his mind was probably not where it needed to be.
Not there. I thought Zurdo did pretty good. I mean, I know. Like, Miss Bit saying she picked him more. I thought Zurdo did pretty good. I mean, he looked the best he did boxing-wise, I guess.
He did, but it's like I know that's not he didn't fight the best Joe Smith in there either, and he kind of went life and death with him. That's what I'm saying. Like, damn, I almost wouldn't mind seeing this fight again, actually, but the way they did the scorecards, it just kind of ruins it.
Yeah, like all the judges gave him like Joe Smith 1 round. I'm like, ain't no way that this was. You see a 99-91 across the board.
7-3 Zurdo was there.
Yeah, I could have seen a 7-3 or a 6-4, but that damn 1 round, niggas.
Yeah, like they were bugging. Like, I was just like, I would say, I would say there was a fix because Zurdo won. There's no, see that, and I don't. But them scores were just horrible. They were horrific.
Yeah, because the type of scores they had gave this dude, like he was dominating. Like he pitched the damn fucking Hopkins Pavlik performance or some shit. Like no, he didn't. Like
Yeah, he didn't.
He was every round was competitive. He was getting knocked back. He looked good. Like this, the best he's ever looked, agility wise, and
yeah. I mean, I will say that. I mean, Zurdo did hurt Joe Smith to the body though, but the thing is, he didn't sustain it. Like, that was the thing. Like he hurt him to the body and just like didn't really do much with it. He
didn't fight like he was the puncher or the bigger guy either.
I know he was so punched over. Like
I'm like, damn, what's wrong with dude?
Yeah, like you have physical advantages. Like you should be on your bike the way he was, and the shit was bugging. I mean, Joe Smith was going for it because that's all he knows how to do. So it's just like you're a big guy. You shouldn't be on your bike like that.
I mean, I don't mind him moving, but he was looking more like you ain't gotta be Frank Sanchez with it.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Like you could move and use angles and kind of. Like, okay, you know how Josh Warrington was darting in and out and using angles on Lee Wood?
Yeah.
That's the shit I'm just expecting. Like, when you're talking about moving, that's the shit. Not this whole, you all over the fucking ring. Like, no, nigga, chill. And you a cruiserweight?
Yeah, exactly.
The fuck?
And you was talking about, this is a division for him. That may be so, but, division. I mean, cruiserweights, regardless of the quality of the fighters in there are some big fucking cruisers, even actually bigger than he is. They, if he's not careful, they will put his foot. They'll put their foot in his ass, that's not a division to be fucking around in like that, but at least Zurdo and Joe Smith were both good names for the division because cruiserweights are kind of rebuilding per se, so it's
and it doesn't have an American presence.
Yeah, at least a Mexican and an American in there, It'll just, it'll make the division more interesting again, So it's like, I mean, but it was a good solid fight though. Like I enjoyed it. Yeah. Like it wasn't a disappointment or anything like that. The crowd seemed to enjoy it, so it's just like. But I would have felt that if Joe Smith didn't ask for a 10-rounder, he probably could have done something with 2 more rounds. At least.
Nah, we don't want this Munguia Derevyanchenko shit.
Yeah, he wouldn't. I mean, he wouldn't have. I think that's more hopeful, wishful thing. I don't think he would have stopped Zurdo or anything.
I just think if he was more mentally prepared and just physically prepared, he'd do better.
Yeah,
I don't even think it's a 10-round thing or a 12-round. It's more like if he was more prepared. Like, I don't think he did bad. Shit.
Yeah, I mean the Munguia Derevyanchenko thing was the opposite, whereas Munguia asked for the 10 rounds and Derevyanchenko said no. Whereas, of course, if Derevyanchenko didn't say no, he would have, and it went down, he would have won the decision.
Well, we don't know about won the decision. He might have just had a great chance to say he was robbed.
That's true. I mean, I'm just thinking, because obviously the scores on the cards, like after the 10th round, Derevyanchenko was up. And then
even watching the fight, like he won that fight based off those 2 rounds.
Yeah, true. And most people thought Derevyanchenko won the damn fight anyway. So it's like,
I don't know if he won that.
Either way, I mean, obviously Munguia should have never gotten to that type of fight with Derevyanchenko.
Yeah, we'll definitely agree that Munguia never should have had a fight of the year, balls to the wall, life or death fight like that.
Yeah, that was some horseshit, but but definitely those salute, like I said, Zurdo, Joe Smith, like I mean, hopefully Joe Smith, gets his mind right and just like okay, come back. Like I said, because both guys will be interesting for the division, just like that, So and then they
get their mind right, money right, ready for war.
Bleak. But that was but I don't think there was anything else on that card. I mean, Golden Boy. I mean, it was entertaining for what it was.
Well, that Tudor guy lost his hero. You saw that guy Eric Tudor. He's like a hot up and comer for them. He lost his hero.
Yeah, he lost. Yeah, like But then Golden Boy matches their prospects tough. Yeah, because he let the journeyman. He put a journeyman there with 4 KOs and dudes like put knots in the dude's head. And
shit giving it to him, Paul. Yeah, he's giving it to him.
And that's why Golden Boy cards be the most entertaining because they really do be like, "Hey, nigga, you want to be on the Oscar card? You better bring it against this guy."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Beck obviously another fight. The Beck the Bully, that was a trash fight.
Beck Bully was putting. Yeah, I mean, offensively, he actually looked a lot better. He didn't look as sloppy as he usually does because Fox just seemed like he was catching every fucking punch. like overhand rights, and Fox's big ass was catching that shit. I'm just like, yo, like what is this? Like, and then the body shots too, like Beck's body shots, like I mean, basically Fox was just overwhelmed. Like he tried to take the power, but he just couldn't take Beck's pressure or power. Yeah. So I mean, but then Beck is talking about. I mean, although the pandering to the Mexican culture was kind of funny because I'm pretty sure that's probably an Oscar thing or whatever, But now I think Beck is calling out Canelo too. Good luck with that.
If this muffin top boy don't get out of here with that nonsense.
Beck and Zurdo, they look like the muffin top brothers though. They both look like they could train a little harder than what they do. Like.
Right.
He looks like the 90s bully in the movie. That's what I call him. The bully.
All these like half these Eastern Europeans, Asians got that muffin top haircut. Like, come on.
Like what's it, Billy Madison or Doyle Rules?
Yeah. Either that or they look like fucking Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber. Like they have that type of haircut.
yeah. Mad TV looking motherfuckers.
Like, so are you telling me there's a chance I can get the Canelo fight? Are you telling me?
Hey, no, nigga. But they just sell that dream to everybody over there. Everything. Edgar Berlanga.
I just don't understand why him versus Munguia hasn't happened. I mean, they're both an Oscar. They're both an Oscar.
I mean, that's probably. I wouldn't put that on Beck, but Munguia is a lost cause. Like Munguia looks.
I know we talked about Munguia, but Munguia has a better scalp and resume than fucking Beck the Bully. Like
that's not saying much.
That's not saying much, but damn.
But I'm just saying it's true. I'm just I think
Munguia is a
dude. I'm with you. I want to see the fight, but we can't make them niggas fight.
Yeah, Munguia is a weird type of risk averse. I don't even know if it's him or Oscar or both. But
at this point, it's all of them niggas because it's you. I hate to say it, but I think El Terrible a little bit too.
But then no, he's not his trainer anymore.
He's not the trainer no more. Who is goddamn? Like he got tired of him.
Yeah, no, Eric Morales.
Is Freddie training him now? Freddie Roach is training him now.
What's that?
Oh, this dude.
I think Freddie Roach is training.
Yeah, Freddie Roach is training him. Yeah, now
he got more trainers than live opponents.
Yeah, and Eric Morales. The good things about Munguia that happened were because of Eric Morales. So it's gonna be like because Eric Morales wasn't in the. I don't know. Was he in the Lomachenko in the Derevchenko corner for that one?
No.
Yeah.
He's not.
So that's why you saw because Roach's offense. So that's why you saw this motherfucker go balls to the walls with Derevchenko and absorbing all types of wild shit that he shouldn't have absorbed.
Yeah, Freddie Roach is good for certain fighters. Certain fighters need to be an offense, and then some guys need to be a little more than that.
Like an Amir Khan, like when Amir Khan was with Dude, that Amir Khan had the best stretch of his career.
Yeah, easily.
So yeah, it's just so it's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, Munguia Beck the Bully, I'll watch that shit. I mean, that shit's a good fight, but like I said, you can't make them niggas fight. So
Munguia will reach 50-0 before he take a loss. Watch. I ain't gonna lie, bitch. You spitting because that's facts.
Yeah. Munguia is just like because Munguia has attributes where it's hard to hit. It's hard to knock him out or anything like that because motherfuckers. Like but eventually all that shit.
He could be hurt. He's tough, but it's like damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so but until then, Oscar's gonna probably just keep feeding Beck the Bully some random people like an Alontes Fox, shit like that. Like probably go find Willie Nelson, drag him out from where he is, and put him in the ring. That type of shit. It's. Because Golden Boy is rebuilding their own stable and shit like that.
Henny guy said Freddie done fell the fuck off.
He has damn,
like he old now. The Parkinson's got worse. It's like
Freddie's been kind of like a more of a figurehead. It seems like he hasn't really been. I don't know. I mean, what's the last fighter he built? I don't know. I'm just saying his best days are behind him. I feel like as a trainer, his best days.
Yeah. But he's working with more younger guys, and that's kind of good because now he don't. It's not like he got Pacquiao. He don't have James Toney. He don't have the bigger name, so it's kind of like okay, I can help more. Yeah, but he's not at the A1 level no more. But
Yeah, I mean, as long as he still has the wild card gym, which he still does, and then talent still goes there to train. Like I'm pretty sure he's straight for life. So he's not like So it's just more or less building some young fighters or whatever. But yeah, I think he's not. Yeah,
and if he can't make it over here, he can go to the Philippines.
Right, they worship him over there. Like, I'm sure.
Like he'll be taken care of. Like they ain't gonna have him down bad like that. So, but yeah.
So we'll probably go into the preview. So we have, there are 2 previews we're gonna do. Arguably, the first one is probably the best fight of the weekend by far. Of course, I'm talking about the newly crowned WBO super welterweight champion of the world, Tszyu, will be making his first title defense.
That's email belt shit. Let me put my hand down. Fuck. No. I'm up here copying King P like, light skinned nigga, yeah, whatever.
I mean,
like, fuck that email shit.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he's the legit champion.
Hey, hold on. Let me just make this clear. I don't have an issue with him being email champ. I have an issue with people that aren't being consistent. And it's like, if Haney was an email champ, then so is Tszyu.
And so is Janabek.
Yeah, you can't crap on one of them and then the other one, it's, that was different.
That's different. Always, I mean, Haney.
Wait, some people got this color, others got this color.
I mean, Haney got the email jokes nonstop. I haven't heard one for Tszyu.
Yeah, no, that's facts. Yeah, Haney was.
Yeah, Janabek got a few, and he already lost his mind. But damn,
yeah, but
the name y'all just named, I ain't hear none of that shit.
Yeah, none of that shit. But and also too, now how it came to pass is, Jamel was supposed to fight dude, and it was delayed because first Tszyu got injured, and then Jamel got injured. But then Jamel on the slide got offered the Canelo fight and took that, and there was no step aside agreement or none of that shit. So WBO is like, okay, you can introduce yourself as undefeated, but when that first bell rings, that WBO belt is gone, and Tszyu's full champion. So that's how basically we got to that point. But regardless, and then like I said, Tszyu, obviously has improved in his last couple of fights. Dude has been, dude is entertaining as fuck. It's like, he got rid of Ocampo faster than Spence did, and he, highlight reel Tony Harrison. Like, dude is the.
He actually fought enough contenders where I don't have a problem with him being a champion, but you like to see niggas fight for the belt. That's all.
No, exactly. And people were looking forward to Jamel fighting, dude. Like, it wasn't like that fight had legs. It had real legs to that.
Because all email champions aren't created equal. Depending on your division and how you promote it, some niggas can become email champ, and they literally really fought their division. Others could just fight one name, and it's like, okay, you got a belt.
Others are like Arizona Laura, who didn't fight a goddamn thing to become.
Yeah, not all email champs are created equal. Some are you got mail champs, and some are.
Some you had to really scroll down junk mail to look for it. You'd be like, oh, there this nigga. Yeah. All right. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, but I mean, he's a legit champion. So now he's facing. The man who took Sebastian Fundora 0 and Brian Mendoza, and again, it's a great, 154 represents, it's a great fucking fight on paper. Like,
it need to get that Lubin Ramos fight out of memory, really. Like, this what this fight needs to be.
Yeah. Lubin Ramos was just the rare 154 dud. Like,
this should be a good fight, though. And I see the play because Mendoza is the interim WBC champion. So if Tszyu were to beat him, now he's a mandatory for Charlo with the WBC. So he's making sure to cut every corner to corner.
So it's like a semi-unification.
Yes. Because if Charlo doesn't come back to 154, he's WBC champion as well as Tszyu if he wins. And if Charlo does come back, he still keeps his belt, but then he's got to see Tszyu because Tszyu would be mandatory. He's basically,
but that's the best fight for him anyway.
That's what I'm saying. He's trapping Charlo so that when Charlo comes back, there's nowhere for Charlo to go.
And it shouldn't even have to be that way because regardless of that, it's still the best fight for the division. Like. And Charlo never come across as those nigga that be ducking dudes, so I don't think it'd be a hard issue for that fight. But like you said, it's better. I'd rather him do the trapping shit and to make sure, because
I'm just saying because
these niggas be switching.
For the longest, we kept hearing that it was going to be a rematch. That Brian Mendoza was going to run it back.
Thank God it didn't happen.
And then all of a sudden, then Tszyu jumps in and gets the fight with Mendoza. I see the play. That's what I'm saying. Like
he said, time the fuck out. We got an illegal play on the Whack MC. Hold on, God. We can't do this. Hold on. So in the all right. Tim Tszyu came like that referee, bro. He's like, time the fuck out.
But P though, what do you think? What's your thoughts on the fight? How do you think it's gonna go down?
This is actually a really good fight. Honestly, if this were a couple of fights ago, I would say, Mendoza. I mean, Mendoza still has a really good, he has a really good chin. He's got power. He's got some skills. I think Tszyu has improved a lot. You know what I'm saying? His defense is better. He actually moves his head more. You know what I'm saying? Head works wonders for his defense. So I think there will be times where they both exchange and it'll be violent. But I will say Mendoza actually has a pretty good chin. We've seen him in there with punchers, and he hasn't been knocked out. I think he's gonna be game, but I think Tszyu is gonna be a little bit too much for him with the jab and the firepower. He's gonna outwork him. I say Tszyu decision, 9-3.
Okay, that's what it is. LB, what about you, bro?
I see a good fight, but I see Tszyu kind of carrying Mendoza fast. If Mendoza doesn't really get Tszyu's respect early and trying to slow him down, it could be a long night. Like, he'll fight with him, but I feel like it'll be one of those fights where he's always going to be fighting behind, and it's going to be hard for him to catch up with a guy like Tszyu who has the avalanche effect when he gets going. People forget that Fundora was really kind of in the lead. I'm not saying he had Mendoza ready to go, but he was outworking him.
Yeah, he was outworking them.
Yeah, he was getting them to the point, like, if he wanted to step it up, then hey. With that said, I think Mendoza is going to give a good account of himself, but I just see Tszyu kind of being too much for him. I'll say 9th round stoppage.
For Tszyu?
Great fight, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see it. I mean, it seems like Tszyu likes to end this shit in 9 too. Like, I mean, didn't we? I know. Didn't we get the Harrison one?
That was the fight we got right. Yeah, There was a one fight because me and Rome was talking about it the other day because we tried to remember the opinions, like the predictions, and we know it's like him and Pilot had the Tszyu. He had the Zhang shit all year. Mm-hmm. He picked Lee Wood with me last time, but then it was one I was like, yo, there's one me and Pat got, but I can't remember what it was, but we got it on at the same time. Like, it was this fight, the Tszyu Harrison.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, he got that right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, if it works again, fuck it. Another 9th round stoppage on Mendoza. That's what it is. Pilot, what about you?
It's been a nice story from Mendoza getting these knockouts, knocking out former champs. But I think his story's not going to end here, but it's definitely going to take a halt. I just think Tim Tszyu is a man on a mission, and he's going to probably get him out of there in round 6. I was going to say 10, but I think Tim's here to prove a point. He's here not to say he's not fucking around. I'm the son of an all-time legend, and I'm going to, show you why. Obviously he got dropped when he first came to America. He got dropped against Gausha in the first round or whatever. Gaucher in the first round.
Gaucher. What the hell is Gausha? What is it?
I was like, what the fuck?
It's not like Gausha. I don't give a fuck. Gausha, Palsha. I don't give a fuck. But no,
you can say Bowser.
No, but seriously, I think Mendoza might crack him early, but I just feel like that'll wake Tszyu up, and this time Tszyu will stop him in 6 probably.
Yeah,
I think it's at 6.
And honestly, it's just wild to me. It's just crazy watching like Tszyu really fights like his fucking father. Like I mean, it's like fucking to me. It's like mirrored, especially with how they throw their fucking right hands. It's like it's just like it's just like it's so fucking eerie. It's just Tim's just probably a bigger Tszyu. A bigger Costa Tszyu to me. So
and they look alike. I mean, obviously they're son and father, but
well, honestly, it was funny because like fights, like a couple fights ago, when he was coming up, I found him to be like even uglier than his dad. Fight-wise, like some of them early fights were ugly to watch with his style. Like his style was uglier than his dad, and that's saying a lot.
But it was more cruder. Yeah, remember, Costa Tszyu had that jab. He always had that clean ass jab, but everything else was like hit or miss.
Everything else was ugly, but he got it done.
Now that the young Tszyu has become more refined, I'll say he's not as ugly to watch as his pops now.
No, I mean, when pretty much Tszyu's young Tszyu's killer instinct is like crazy. Like I mean, the Harrison shit was just brutal to watch, and how he did Ocampo was just like, god damn, like. Man, who hurt you? So it's like it was fucking crazy, and I think right now, I mean, yeah, like I agree with the sentiment. Like Mendoza has to get Tszyu's respect early. I'm talking about establish himself that he's actually in the fight, and like what he did in the Fundora fight. Let Fundora set the pace. He can't let Tszyu do that. Like that would be a huge mistake when he does that because. Like I said, because Tszyu is a little bit of a slow starter. I mean, he can be. The Ocampo fight was, that was the case where he just like he had some shit that he had to do. He had to get the fuck, he had to get this nigga out of here though. But this one is just like, yeah, if Mendoza doesn't establish himself in the fight early, get him respect. Yeah, Tszyu's just it's gonna be like a rolling, like a snowball effect. It's gonna keep going and going, and even how and Mendoza will just start shelling up. But I do see though, but Mendoza is tough though. So I mean, there might be a knockdown here and there, but I just don't see Mendoza getting stopped. I just think Tszyu will just outwork him. Like he'll probably end up walking him down, throwing him maybe a couple shots at a time, like measuring him with the right hand, just keep throwing that shit, or
him down,
or try to spam a couple uppercuts or shit like that. And I just think Mendoza might just it might just wear down from that, and Tszyu will probably just win a decision. So I mean that's my thing. Tim will probably get a decision now, and of course obviously if my parlay was still going, I'd be hoping for that too because that's what I actually put money on before Joe Smith blew my parlay apart. But it's a really good fight, and I feel like Showtime hasn't really advertised that fight all that much. I think they just started advertising. I think probably in the last week or so, I think I just see tweets about it, but I didn't see no commercials about that shit. And
is it going to be on regular time?
No, it's going to be on late.
No, it's going to be on 10:30. It's going to be 10:30 Eastern time.
Remember, it's in Australia, so it's going
Australia. But I'm not going to. It's not like random because some Australia cards are like fucking 4 a.m. our time. But this is like
No, it's not going to be.
On Eastern time, it's 10:30 for you. It's what 7 something. That's late for you, motherfucker. So it's like. Yeah, so yeah, so yeah, lucky you motherfucker. Yeah, you watch that shit at 7:30. We have to wait till 10:30 to watch that shit. So that's the bullshit. And then obviously in the co-main they have Sam Goodman, coming off his really underrated fight and win over Reese Aleem. And of course I'm disappointed because because Aleem, for whatever reason, can't get out of his own fucking head. There was no reason for that motherfucker to lose the fight that he lost. Like, I mean, Goodman can box. Goodman has a crazy jab too, but
he let that Aussie get too many shots on him.
Yeah, I know Aleem let himself get ate up, and motherfucker was almost ready to go in the final round. Like,
damn.
I was like, God damn it, though. But I mean, I can't knock it because Goodman did what he did what he was supposed to do, and he looked impressive in doing it. So I'm just a little aggravated. For an opponent, they gave him Miguel Flores, who hasn't accomplished a goddamn thing in ever since I started watching dude. I can't basically he's like, hey, he loses to LSC. He drew with Abner Mares. I think that's probably the only impressive thing that the motherfucker has done in how many years?
Ever.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like they keep trotting them out there and shit. Like, yo,
yeah, it's like
it's a wrap. Like, if he don't get dude out of there, but he be surviving some of these shit. So it's like
Australians be having, they be having the heart. I don't know, not comparing to the Brits. I'm just saying, on average, the Australian motherfuckers at least have a little bit more warrior in them. I'm just saying, it feels like
they do.
I just feel like they're just more scrappy.
They're more scrappy. Yeah, they're more scrappy.
Like they're like Josh Warrington in Australia is like more the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more than
in the UK, it's like, hold on, that's Josh Warrington. Like, it's an aggressive motherfucker. Like
a few Warringtons. I mean, I heard Goodman was good before the Aleem fight, but I didn't expect Aleem to get washed like that. I mean, he kind of basically got washed.
He didn't get washed per se.
He didn't get washed, but damn,
he lost kind of fair. He lost.
No, he lost. Like there's no question about the dude.
Yeah, you can lose clean and don't get washed.
Yeah, it was just like Aleem Aleem was just not getting out of his own fucking head and just allowed himself just to get. I mean, the jab tore him up. There's no question about that. But it's just like it was getting to the point where Goodman was just like putting hands on him, like almost getting him out of there. That was the shit that kind of was annoying me because Aleem is more talented than that. But I'm not gonna knock. Goodman won that fight, and it was a hard fight. Because
Aleem defense be hit or miss. That's what it is. Like it sometimes it seemed like he lose control of the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it cost him. Like and I get it. I mean, because to me, like him facing like Miguel Flores is like a step down. Because Aleem, he should be finding someone a lot better, but most likely Flores probably came cheap.
Aleem was like a title shot cusp, like.
Yeah. And
the goal, it's like the whole Jared Anderson thing. You fighting a former world champion, and now you fighting this nigga. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like, which one is it?
I mean, I look forward, regardless of Sam Goodman fighting, because, like I said, I think he's an interesting addition to the division or whatever. But it's like, goddamn, like y'all could have. I don't want to see Miguel Flores. Like Miguel Flores couldn't beat a shot Abner Mares. Like, and that was And that was Abner Morris, whose timing was all the way the fuck off. Like he looked bad.
It made for a bad fight to watch too.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, but I just hope Goodman just gets him out of there so we can actually get to Tszyu and Mendoza. But damn though, 10:30 at fucking night. Like damn.
That means it's 11:30.
Yeah, exactly for the main fucking event.
Lord.
But
damn, hold on. There's no boxing during the day.
No, all the cards are.
I think they have the bullshit influencer card too,
even the influencer card, which we're gonna get into, like in the influencer card is not during the afternoon. I don't think is it during the afternoon.
Yeah,
I thought that was at night.
Probably some bedtime shit, huh?
I thought it was in the evening.
Ain't that like overseas?
Yeah, that's true. It is kind of.
I don't know. I saw Eubank. I see Eubank on the commentary. I wonder where that's at.
Oh, it might be. I always thought those influencer cards are always in the evenings, unless
A lot of them are in the UK though. A lot of them are like early, so I don't know. But there's nothing in the day besides just college football and shit. Ain't no football. Ain't no boxing on early.
Yeah, no, but of course the influencer card though probably has gotten more attention than the actual boxing that's actually on. With KSI and Tommy Fury. Now.
They've been promoting the hell out of that though.
Yeah,
they be selling That's the thing I be saying. That the influencer niggas be legit selling their fights. Like that's what people want to see. Yeah. People want to see niggas mad at each other, want to throw fades. All this. Well, you don't have to talk shit and you don't have to be an asshole to sell the fight. Yada yada. And then you fight like the nicest guy in the neighborhood. Like the fuck. That's what I'm saying. Like boxing ain't really going nowhere. Like if the hardcore boxing gets stale, the influencer niggas will pick it up. That's really what is happening.
Right.
Despite both doing great this year.
And this is the reason why the Zone picked this shit up and started putting it in their rotation for shit, for shit.
Yeah.
Because it actually does turn a profit. that's the problem.
It's just the Zone fucking up because they're literally treating one like a step kid and the other one like a jit. Like they could literally do a little more for boxing, the hardcore boxing, than what they already do. But they just feel like it's like they have the old way of thinking for how they promote the hardcore boxing.
Right.
But then with the influencer, that's when they're like, okay, hey, we got this hip guy in here. Like now they're cool and flashy. They want to hear suggestions and young niggas talk. Like, but when it comes to the regular boxing, it's like, okay, yeah, bring them in, yeah, presentation, yeah. All right, yeah, we'll do the pay-per-view at 9:00.
Yeah,
do a road to access, Canelo, yeah.
Yeah, no, but they absolutely marketing the fuck out of this shit because all the boxing shit that obviously I'm subscribed to. Like, I see a whole lot of KSI, Tommy Fury shit, like especially KSI, Tommy Fury, like because KSI is. I mean, Tommy Fury's coming off beating Jake Paul, if you want to call it that. So it's like,
I mean, he did legit beat him, man. Like,
right. And then KSI is like, his boxing leaves much to be desired, but he's very popular to watch or whatever. So it's like Tommy Fury is like, yeah, like I'm going, Tommy Fury is like, he has this thing about he's trying to be an actual boxer without actually being an actual boxer. So it's like, you got.
Wait, that's not too far off from Jared Anderson.
Facts.
You see how they start blending?
Yeah, and Jared Anderson did mention that shit. Like he mentioned that as like one of those examples. That's like, okay, they're doing this shit. Like, why do I need to fight hard fights? Let me just find an angle and work with that shit and get this money, and then bow out.
Not understanding is like, dude, you came in here as a serious, legit boxer. No one's gonna take you. Like, no one's gonna want to fuck with you like that if you want to switch it up now and be on some like, yay, influencer shit.
Did y'all see Frank Sanchez said that he ducked that Big Baby ducked him? He turned down.
I seen that. It sounds like a duck to me.
Yeah.
And we talked about that. Remember, we mentioned that fight, and then we was all like, you know what? Like, he can't. Like, Frank Sanchez has to be on the radar for him now.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that. Like, guess he's not.
Right. And now, obviously Tommy has a pedigree of some sort. Not like his brother Tyson Fury or his cousin Huey Fury or anything like that. So but the level that he has, like, we saw him fucking struggle to beat Jake Paul, and he gets knocked down by Jake Paul on top of that. Which is the wild shit. Like, it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, Jake Paul ain't that horrible. Like,
I'm sorry though, but
I know, Pat, you gotta stop looking at these niggas like you've been watching boxing for 50 years, nigga. Like,
I'm sorry though, but it's just wild to me that Tommy Fury is supposed and he's getting knocked down by Jake Paul. I was just like,
Jake Paul could crack.
Yeah, it was just like, ugh. It just didn't look like. And Tommy Fury is like, Tommy Fury is struggle. He is absolute struggle. Like, he's like the Fury that he's a reality show boxer. He's shit like that. Like, honestly, I don't know what Tommy Fury has for his future, but I don't think he wants to be champion or anything like that. Or if he does, he has a long fucking way to go.
That's why niggas like listening to this shit, because you be just going off. I be trying to reel you in, like, yo, chill. Like, no, like he's kind of decent. Like, no, motherfucker, he's trash.
I get the audience, but just some of the, like, when you see someone that who probably shouldn't be really doing that, but he's doing it and he's struggling while he's doing that, like it's just like, you gotta call that shit out. Like,
yeah, because Tommy Fury do be struggling. Like niggas didn't forget that he struggled so much that he couldn't, like, his pops and his brother literally, like, beat his ass in training, and he had to postpone the fight the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he had some stomach injury. I'm like, damn, I could already just imagine, like, yeah, these niggas had ab day, and they just beat the shit out of him, and next thing you know, next morning he's at the kitchen table talking to mom, and they're like, I think you did him wrong this time. I think you went too far. Like, like, nah, man.
But in terms of
he only got dropped because he misplaced his foot. Like, yeah, I know, man, but tell that to Pat, he still got legit dropped though. Like,
yeah, it was one.
But he still beat Paul clean and clear. Like,
yeah, it's just like now. Like, so Tommy Fury found this angle. It's like, you know what? I have a Fury name. I'm gonna expose all these influencer boxers and shit like that. And KSI is like the other big name in influencer boxing, and KSI is not. And KSI has a little power, but dude has no stamina or anything like that.
His last knockout was clearly a shoulder elbow knockout, and he got away with it.
And honestly, like, he's just more aggressive in spurts. Like, I thought, like, the second Logan Paul fight, like, he should have lost that, actually. Like, he was getting jabbed. His head was getting jabbed off. Like,
yeah.
It's like I never really been impressed by KSI like that though.
No,
like
KSI, he struggles way too much though.
It don't even look like he learns anything in the boxing ring. Like you could look at Jake Paul and be like, okay, like he's in a boxing gym.
Yeah, KSI,
you might not see no crazy shit, but you could tell. Nigga, even Logan Paul, you could tell.
Nigga, I saw there was a recent video of him boxing because he had been mouthing off saying that he could beat Canelo, better beat all them shit. And this motherfucker could barely hit the mitts. He was like, and he was missing the mark, nigga. I'm like, the fuck? It's like, I mean, it wasn't even like it was like 1-2, 1-2. Like it was like like this motherfucker like that type of shit.
Yeah, like fucking Mr. Magoo mitts. Like,
yeah, I'm saying like bro, like. You're training for a pro fight though. You shouldn't like this should be a level that you should be at in order to, like, if you can't fucking hit, if you can't even hit the mitts properly, how you the fuck are gonna hit someone properly? You know what I'm saying? Without doing all that wild shit.
I think he'd be like bullshit. Like he goes to the gym and he trains, like he does like maybe CrossFit or something, but I don't know if this nigga really like learning boxing or something. Feel me? Like I just don't. I don't see it. Like, I see it with the Paul brothers, at least a little bit. Like, you could tell somebody had them jabbing or something.
Well, yeah, because at least I know that the athletes, and we'll get into Logan Paul in a little bit too. Like, he's an actual athlete, but it's just like, KSI. Like, I mean, he does it for. I mean, he looks the part. I mean, he does work out, and you can tell that he does. But he's not in boxing. He's never in boxing. Like
Blueface, honestly, looks better than all of them. Really, same athlete.
Yeah, so it's just like, but then it's just pretty much. I mean, KSI can't, like, if he lands, like he can crack a little bit. And Tommy Fury is, like I said, for a guy that looks like, I mean, he's plenty boring to watch. His boxing skill is not. It's just a little bit step above rudimentary. Like it's that's only because his brother probably beats the shit out of him to get to that point. Yeah. So what do we see? Do we see KSI actually knocking him out, or Fury actually boxing his head off?
Man, Fury might damn knock him out, yo. How many? There's 8 rounds?
Yeah, it's 8 rounds.
Yo, give me Fury by 6 rounds, yo.
Actually, no, it's not. It's 6 rounds. Excuse me. It's not 8, 6.
Oh, yeah. They probably, because KSI so fucking, like, novice. That's the case, then, I still think Fury might could damn KO this dude, yo. Fury by 6 round KO.
Yeah. And I KSI, like, I mean, honestly, Fury should not struggle with him, or if he does, it's gonna be like, but I mean, I'm just gonna go just like, okay, he can actually has enough boxing to actually KO KSI's wild swinging ass and actually get him up out of there.
Yeah,
probably. I mean, KSI doesn't have. I mean, his chin is not really up there too. I'm guessing. I'll say maybe 2. I'll say maybe Fury can get him out of there in 2.
It's possible, but I feel like he'd have to get lucky. Like he'd have to strike lightning, because I'm looking at how rough Fury could be, and how rudimentary sometimes he could be. Like he has like some Marco Huck in him.
Yo, nigga, you don't like Marco Huck at all, my nigga. Yo, every fighter that struggles, like you keep mentioning that nigga.
Nah, Marco Huck is what he is, but like he became a champ. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like,
no, I feel you. I just like
we either hear Marco Huck or Chris Bird. We haven't had the Chris Bird comment yet, but
Chris Bird would box the shit out of dude. The fuck.
Well, no, LB will never slander Chris Bird.
I'm just saying. Usually, we either get the.
I mean, I'll tell the truth. Like Chris Bird's had boring fights. That he's had close fights, close performances.
That was your boy.
Yeah. But yeah, he'll not. But Fury 6 round KO. Like it's like he has to give himself a little time to really get going. Mm-hmm. But it's just his punch accuracy isn't the best, so that's why I don't think he could probably get him out there early like that. Mm-hmm. But he'll land, but it might be clubbing or side shots, and then KSI gonna be blocking it.
Yeah. Or
but I can see it though.
I can see KSI getting cracked with some shot, and then he's gonna start fouling and shit. Because I know I'm just seeing what Miss Bitch is talking about DQ and shit like that. And honestly, I could even see that fucking shit too. Yeah, someone trying to throw out fucking DC. I mean DQ. When I say DQ, DC. You know, I'm so curious. Let me see what the odds are for this fight. I'm absolutely positively curious of what FanDuel has. Probably, what do you think?
How many rounds is this? 8 or 6?
Six, nigga. 6.
Damn, scroll up.
I don't care about this fucking fight, man.
No, we just literally had that conversation.
I'm gonna say I think there's gonna be some fuckery in this fight. It's gonna be some stupid fuckery that we're gonna all just laugh at or some shit. But I guess I'm gonna say I don't like these fights, but I watch them. You know, I've been watching these fucking influencer shit. But I'll say Fury's gonna win probably by decision. Yeah, I mean I don't really have much to say about it. I think Fury will win by decision. I just think, you know what? Fuck it. First round knockout. No, fuck it. First round knockout for Fury.
Yeah.
Damn.
It might you never know. KSI might come out guns blazing. You know, oh shit, you got
get caught.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. So you picking Fury or KSI?
Sorry, Fury will KO KSI in the first round.
Oh damn! First round. All right.
So first round, second round, and decision. And I know P doesn't give two shits about this.
I said 6th round, bro. I said 6th.
Oh, you said 6th round. Oh, my bad, bro.
Yeah.
So I mean, either way, just the way, because I know KSI and Fury don't like each other, so it's gonna be either way. I'm pretty sure ESPN will probably show the highlights of this more than any other, especially the one fight that's actually going to be on their network. We won't preview, but we'll just mention a little later. Yeah, but I can be rest assured that on IG or Twitter they're gonna have highlights of whatever the fuck happens in that damn fight. And then in the co-main, you have Logan Paul, you know, back in the boxing ring. I swear, Logan Paul is putting so many mileage on his fucking body. I mean, between that and the wrestling, I know PB watching him wrestle shit in WWE. It's just like, god damn, like, how does this motherfucker get off, do that, and then he's gonna go back in the ring and box? And he's gonna be facing Dillon, Danis, MMA fighter and shit like that.
No, MMA. Come on, real quick. MMA. He never really fought MMA before, so MMA. He's kind of like he's a fake MMA fighter. To be honest,
I mean, he's still an MMA fighter. I mean, he fought in Bellator. He's still.
I mean, I pilot. Explain to the viewers what makes him a fake.
He's really more so known for being Conor McGregor's weed carrier. You know what I'm saying? Coke bag carrier. That's all he is. It's really known for being Conor McGregor's. Ace Boom Coon. That's all.
Yeah, that's true. And you're
also going crazy on Twitter because he has been kind of going crazy as fuck on Twitter on Logan Paul's chick. So
yeah.
Wasn't it the one that Khabib attacked when he got off the? Yeah, because he's the one.
Yeah, he's also. I think he's the one that Khabib attacked way back when that happened.
That's the one where after Khabib won, motherfucker. He went. We had a classic podcast
episode. Yeah, we did.
That motherfucker went ape shit and he went over the cage. And threw his mouthpiece and then decided. It cost. Brought the motherfucking ruckus to that motherfucker, man. So. And that's probably Danis's biggest highlight in MMA. So,
oh shit, that's crazy.
But now he finds himself in a situation where now he's talking shit about Logan Paul. Now Logan Paul again is one of those natural athletes. You can tell that if Logan Paul actually had some decent training and shit like that, because Logan Paul could actually be something, but. Because Logan Paul is a wrestler by his so you can't bully a fucking wrestler. You can't, and obviously we saw Logan Paul in the ring with fucking Floyd Mayweather. You saw that shit too. Floyd, was trying to work with him and then shit like that though. But when he tried to put him away, he couldn't because A, he was too fucking big, and two, Floyd couldn't muscle him around. So you got the struggle shit where Floyd was getting to the point where this nigga was just like, he was trying to drop him, but he couldn't. And this is a Logan Paul that was gassed, and he didn't look good. And it made it to the point where the Paul brothers were all shitting on him. We're shitting on Floyd, saying that he went the distance, he won, and all that shit like that. That's the reason why Floyd hasn't done any more American exhibitions since. And he doesn't have any of that bullshit anymore. Like, he doesn't have any of the fighting bigger fighters.
He did that one down here. I think was the first one since that one, actually.
Yeah, so it's yeah.
I think he took like a whole break, went around the whole world.
Yeah, he fought the Gotti kid. Yeah, and that turned into whole fucking bullshit.
Chaos because the Oxygen Network and Jocelyn and
yeah. Whereas like Logan, the Logan Paul and Floyd shit was just, it was a pay-per-view and it was a struggle pay-per-view with the exception of her getting his ass kicked by Luis Arias and shit like that. Yeah, and it just didn't look good because Floyd looked old trying to put away Logan Paul, and that's not, and that made for
some football nigga got dropped too, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
Put him in his place.
Yeah, it was funny seeing some amateur boxers in the rain, because remember it was raining that night. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, it was raining like cats and dogs. But in Logan Paul's only other pro fight was against KSI too, which again, you get a bunch of non-boxers in there, and I think both of them got knocked down like once in that fight, if I'm not mistaken. I think both of them. It was
because the first fight was the amateur fight, then the second fight was the pro fight,
the actual pro fight, and then KSI won that shit, on the cards or whatever. But I remember because they both gassed. KSI gassed early, and Logan Paul gassed late. So it's basically because it's like more of a nose. Like, did Logan Paul develop some hands in his spare time when he's not wrestling and flying off turnbuckles and going into tables and shit, which is what he does because he's a spot monkey. He does all that shit in wrestling now. So it's like, is he gonna be doing that? Has he actually learned to throw some hands, or is Dillon Danis gonna be like, he's gonna try to throw some shit at him and then try to get himself disqualified? Because that's another fight that might end in a fucking disqualification if we're be honest.
Yeah, these niggas gonna be so heated.
Yeah, because Danis has threatened to pull out of the fight too. Like, and they've been dirty. I think Danis has been posting some shit about Logan Paul's like woman. Again, this is beef. Like they've been going like I'm actually mad. I actually know this shit, but I see it.
I don't follow. Yeah, I don't follow this shit, but I literally seen Logan's wife with like 500 guys.
Yeah, and he posted shit. It's like Logan's wife has been with this celebrity, that celebrity, and Danis keeps posting that shit. And we don't follow him, but it's always retweeted.
But that's how good the promo is.
Yeah,
that's what boxing is missing. Like, like that's what I'm talking about. It's so big. Like, you don't follow these niggas, but it still just spills over, and you're like, damn. Like,
it just kept popping up, and then there was some fake lawsuits or some shit. Oh, type of lawsuit bullshit.
Yeah, I'm just like, God damn, like the shit was like crazy. I was like,
it's literally WWE. It's literally Logan Paul's like, okay, hold on, I'll work with Vince McMahon, Triple H. Let's put some elements of that in here and let's get the people going.
Right? Yeah. So it's like I said, they don't like it's carny shit, but they're selling the fucking fight. They're selling hatred. They're selling whatever. Skills be fucking damned. They're selling the fight. Because, like I said, that more people are gonna watch this shit than the actual boxing, the other actual boxing this weekend. So, because pretty much it's gonna be the fuckery from those two fights are probably gonna be permeating all the highlights and shit like that. I mean, personally, I think Logan Paul's gonna win this fight. I just don't. I mean, it might, but Logan Paul's hands aren't really that crazy either. So it might be a struggle, but I think he'll probably actually get his first pro boxing victory. Because I just see because Danis, as Pilot said, dude is more known as a fucking back carrier for Conor McGregor and shit like that. But he is a mixed martial artist. So he actually has like the real fighting experience. How much you want to put into stock into that? It is what it is. But the point of this card is basically all four people match to get the attention because, like I said, they're actually selling actual hatred. So, like as before, boxing can, actual boxing can actually take a lesson from that and figure out, well, why are they getting all the highlights? Because they're the ones selling the motherfucking fight. Like they're not looking at it as a business. They might be, but it's not at the forefront of what they're fucking doing.
Yeah, boxing. Y'all niggas even let the beef become a business. Like, bro, y'all niggas could be wanting to fight for 5 years and y'all finally get the fight. Y'all treat it like a super business. Like, let's have a picnic press conference here and I'll insult your brand of tea that you drink. And no, motherfucker, say that nigga girl suck dick and you gonna punch him in his shit. Like, let's go. Like, bro, like, what the fuck? Like,
exactly.
The YouTubers get it.
Yeah, the YouTubers eat that shit up because the YouTubers are going to all the sound bites. They're gonna retweet that shit. No, and that's the reason why we, even on the Ring Gang timeline and even on our own person, you see this shit because they're retweeting all shit. That's how you get that's how you get all the impressions. That's how you get this attention, and that's how this fight has the type of attention it's get. Because like I said, more after that, if the fuckery delivers, it's going to be talked about for fucking weeks. So, yeah,
exactly. Hey, what it do, Blazing Killer? Salute,
Blazing Killer. I just say, Blazing Killer. You couldn't say what up to Pilot. Just,
he left his name out like.
Yeah, Pilot is there, man. He's there. Like
it's all good. He's beefing. It's all good. It's all good.
Damn. Come on, let's stop all the beefing. Let's start love over. Come on, the Lock song, nigga. First album.
But other than that, that's all. Like I said, that's all you can really say about that card. And then
so y'all who y'all picking for Logan Paul, the Danis?
They both suck, but I think Logan Paul's gonna get it. So that bullet looks roid out of his mind. He's gonna get a knockout for sure. He's gonna knock this fucker out somehow. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be just. He's gonna get this guy out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Logan Paul gets him out of there. I think it's. Let me just see what it is. It is
6 rounds.
Like 4 rounds, probably. Or some shit.
Let's see. It is 6.
6. Okay.
Logan in 3.
And I was thinking the same thing.
Logan in 4.
And then Blazing Killer seems to have stronger feelings for Logan Paul in all caps. I hate Dillon with such a passion. Never met a prick like him. Like I said, Dillon rubs people the wrong fucking way. So and surprising if you hang with Conor McGregor, that shouldn't come as a shock to nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Like that's a whole all-star league of scumbags.
Yeah, punks jump up to get beat down. That's how I see this is probably gonna happen to Danis. Like, I think Logan Paul will get him out there in 3.
Damn. And then he gonna call out KS, but yeah, KSI gonna lose, so it ain't gonna.
Yeah. But like I said, it's gonna get all the attention, and then like I said, just one other card we'll just mention. I know Kazakh style Janibek, we'll be fighting on a top ranked card too, and like I said, we're not gonna preview it because really, like honestly, I'm a big fan of unifications, and even I think this unification needs to happen. But it's like one of those unifications they didn't even build it up, like because basically they're like, okay, let's go find the Italian guy that upset our top ranked prospect, and so we had to release him. And now he has this belt, and we're like, we need to get this belt off.
So they cut Falco?
Yeah, no, they cut Falco. Yeah, because you remember, Top Rank didn't even want to pay for that fight. Like they let.
That shit was like broadcasted like Germany on the Russian links. You couldn't even. You had to really look for the link to find that fight.
Yeah, exactly. And then Falco lost that shit, and he had the nerve to get knocked down twice. So Top Rank was like, "Listen, bro, like we didn't send you to Germany for all this bullshit. Like you're out of here. Like we're cutting you from this contract. Like you done."
It's like
so they decided to bring Gualtieri to America to defend his belt against Janibek. And I'm just like, and no build-up or nothing like that. I don't think there's even been a build-up. I haven't seen nothing about this shit except Janibek's account. Where basically the person who runs his account is on his I will crush him type of shit.
It's the most meaningless. It's like a microcosm of middleweight division. It's like the most meaningless unification in some time. I felt like
probably the most meaningless unification I've seen since fucking Michael Casitas and I think Robert Guerrero were trying to unify their interim belts.
Damn.
That was it's that type of shit. But but I think this is like Top Rank's thing. Like, okay, Janibek, for Janibek to say, I have 2 of the middleweight belts, I am champion, and then he'll call out Canelo or whoever the fuck, but he won't call out Denzel Bentley though. He won't call that motherfucker out like for nothing. He'll remain silent. It was like who's Denzel Bentley, that type of shit. But he is fighting.
He ain't gonna call out Bentley, call out Eubank or something.
But
I think I'm gonna pick Janibek probably for this fight.
But then if you want to see Janibek and you want to see Keyshawn Davis and the co-main and shit
that's a good fight for Keyshawn. That's a good fight. Albright's pretty good. I mean, I've been following.
Honestly, the only appealing fight for me on this card is the cat that Johnny Rice beat earlier this year, Guido Vianello. He's fighting journeyman Curtis Harper, who's known for walking out of a PBC card against F.A. Ajaba. That's probably the only fight on that card that actually interests me.
I think Keyshawn versus Albright. If y'all like watching 135, just get at it. And 2 niggas, you know what I'm saying? Keyshawn is fighting some dude that's not an easy guy. So I think that'll be good.
Yeah, but Keyshawn should be fine because Keyshawn's already beaten better fighters than Albright. So that's why I'm just like, Top Rank needs to kind of step him up because Keyshawn's talking a lot of shit lately. Keyshawn's talking cash.
After this, if he gets past this, after this, you need to fight. Get the Muratalo fight going or something, get something.
Yeah, they need to get something for him. So it's like one of those things. Like the Top Rank is, like I said, I mean, it's there if you're waiting for the Showtime card or that will be it's going to be on ESPN. But then, like I said before, watch ESPN put highlights of the KSI shit or whatever over this card, and that's what's going to happen because ESPN is not.
Because let's be honest, it's the more significant card.
Yeah, and that's sad to say too. And I'm a purist, and I'm a very much a purist.
And folks, if we're getting Pat to admit that, y'all niggas need to screenshot this, healing toe dance, celebrate, put balloons, because he ain't gonna be saying shit like this that much. So
it just happened to fall on the week where you have these it's just next week. I mean, there's boxing. It's just a weird mix of boxing, pretty much.
First time, I'm really more interested in the influencer card than the real boxing,
with the exception, of course, of Tszyu Mendoza. Tszyu Mendoza's When it's compared to the Top Rank cards, Tszyu and Mendoza, that's still the number 1 fight of the Saturday. Yeah, so and that's the one that we recommend. You watch that shit. And then Blazer, have you seen Logan box? Yeah, we've seen him box before. He
has a better jab and movement than Jake Paul. Yeah. I almost seem like he's a better boxer, but Jake takes it more serious, and then Jake throws better power shots.
Yeah, Logan is by far the better athlete, and that's why I always say if Logan dedicated himself to more boxing, he could probably develop into something more. I'm not saying he's gonna be Olympic level and shit like that, but you can tell dude is super. Dude has super athleticism. Dude is out there doing this shit. To go from that to wrestling and shit like that, dude has the athleticism to actually do that shit. But yeah, he's but I just think he just, like I said, he probably just does this shit in the middle of doing the matches and shit he does for wrestling. So it's just something for him to do and to get a bag from. I think that's a
big bag.
But like I said, though, that's the shit that's gonna get all the highlights and everything like that. But yeah, it's a weird mix of boxing for next weekend. But I bet you anything, some fucker is gonna come out of it.
Some fight of the year contender. Obviously not with this card, but something's gonna happen.
Something is definitely gonna happen. But yeah, no, I think that's pretty much about it.
Oh wait. That poll topic real quick. Yeah.
Which one? Oh, the one about today?
Today, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Real quick.
What fight?
We
Anybody that's left in the comments, y'all can vote, and also shouts to holla. What fight would you rather see next? Crawford versus Boots at 147 or Canelo Crawford at 168? We got 59% with 75% going for Crawford Boots at welterweight, and 25 obviously for Canelo versus Bud.
Well,
How many votes?
59. So keep voting. We got 6 days and some change.
Oh, not bad.
So what people are calling for Crawford to fight Boots, so it's Henny got Crawford Boots.
Yeah, I mean, I know LB is very passionate about. I wouldn't say passionate, but you want this fight. I want this fight, but realistically, it's not going to happen. So
stop saying realistically when we've had a record-breaking year of boxing.
But Pat's on the same wavelength. Pat knows that Boots is a higher risk reward. Reward.
If you're as good as Crawford, there's no such thing as high risk reward. Whatever.
I voted for this fight because I think the Crawford Canelo fight's kind of. I know Crawford has a 4-inch reach advantage over Canelo, but I just it's not realistic.
I'm tired of niggas ducking the work in their own backyard to make multiverse fights.
You've heard Bud say, "I don't want to fight. I can't even make welterweight no more." So like if he fights one,
he was gonna make welterweight for the Earl Spence rematch,
right?
So I don't want to hear that shit. Like nigga, fight.
What do you think?
Like I said, either fight Thurman or Boots.
What do you think, Pat, in regard to this fight?
I mean, I pick Boots, and Boots has a good. I mean, and that's mean like I seriously. I mean, I do think that he will. I mean, he can give Canelo a little trouble. Like I said, I took from that Canelo Charlo fight that Canelo lost a lot of his slickness, but he still he still has the power boxing shit. I still think he may actually give Canelo more a fight than I believe. Wait, be damned. But I do want to see Boots too. A
lot of these fans, and real quick, I just want to say a lot of these Crawford's not going to get a lot of credit. I'm just going to say a lot of these fans that are saying that we're Spence fans and now we're transitioning to Boots fans, are going to be like, oh, if when Crawford beats him in 8, oh, he wasn't ready. Boots wasn't ready for that.
Dude, there's always people gonna say that shit, bro.
It's gonna happen. I'm just saying.
Y'all trying to kill the fight before it happened.
I want to see
it. People were saying, look,
it's a great fight.
You may not remember that, but people were saying, why should Hopkins fight Jermaine Taylor? Jermaine Taylor ain't fighting nobody.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna get credit if he beat him.
Taylor beat him twice.
Motherfucker lost twice.
Well, technically, it shouldn't have been. It should have been 1-1. He lost.
Nah. Technically, it was right. He lost fucking twice. Fights don't start at the 8th goddamn round in a 12-round fight. Boo hoo. He lost both them shits. Easiest fights to score ever.
I didn't think he lost the second. The first fight, yes, Jermaine Taylor beat Hopkins.
He got hurt in the second fight late, man. This nigga was getting fucked up the second fight.
The Taylor lost.
I've seen those fights too many times, yo.
Nigga, you had time.
Like Taylor boxed even better the second fight.
I only need a handful of times to watch that shit to know that I didn't think Hopkins won that second.
Hopkins lost that second fight too. He ain't do shit but get his ass whooped and try to hang on and steal a decision.
Nigga, Taylor was hanging on. Fuck that nigga. That nigga was hanging.
Nah, he was jabbing the dude. I think it's the 11th or 10th round in the second fight. He hurt Hopkins with an overhand right or one of them shots.
I mean, funny thing too is I think Taylor was holding on in both fights, but the first fight Taylor won more than enough rounds to do that. I didn't think he did that in the second fight.
And because the thing is, the first fight he hung on late because he was tired and Hopkins came on strong at the end. The second fight, he was trying to reserve his energy more, and he only hung on when Hopkins said, fuck it and let me battle this nigga. And then they started trading in the damn championship rounds. Hopkins gets hurt. He don't get the better of that shit.
But I think those fights are probably the last time I ever see Hopkins actually show that second gear. Because I think once he moved up, he didn't show his second gear like that again. He never
it's easy to show a second gear when you ain't doing shit for the first gear. Nigga literally ain't do nothing for like 7 rounds, 8 rounds, and then it's like, okay, second gear, like.
I mean, even
course.
I mean, even the Pascal fights too, it was like he couldn't even sum up the first fight. He sure as hell didn't sum up a second gear. He should have lost that one, for sure. But he won the second fight. It was just weird that as soon as he left middleweight, that second gear, that at least to try to get that shit was gone.
He used it up too many times trying to make weight at 160.
Right, yeah. And then
Hopkins got too used to damn not doing shit. First 7 rounds, stealing decisions, and shit, fighting at the back on the back half of the fight. Yeah. Did it with Howard Eastman.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, he whooped Howard Eastman.
He whooped Eastman, but that was a shitty, terrible fucking fight to watch.
Sure, the fuck was.
And then nothing really happened of note until like after the 8th round or so.
Yeah, because Eastman, Eastman is like, he decided he didn't want to win, so it made for a horrible watching performance.
Because Eastman knew he couldn't chase this nigga down.
Right, so it's just like
that's all it was. Like Hopkins was on his bullshit.
Well, Hopkins, yeah. I mean, we can probably go on and on about Bernard Hopkins.
All of it stems from I'm tired of niggas saying no one gonna get credit for this fight. That's why they fight, because Taylor Hopkins is a perfect example that motherfuckers thought, one guy should win, and he fucking lost, and he lost twice. And Boots is more prepared for Crawford than Taylor was prepared for Hopkins, and we're talking about opponent-wise.
Yeah, no, and like I said too, and like I said, Boots now. I mean, for whatever reason, people don't want to see Boots become a star, and I don't know why. Like, I think that's what.
But he's known enough by enough people, though. Stephen A. Smith mentioned him.
Well, I mean, I will say this. I mean, Stephen A. Smith mentioned him is most likely because it's like a black boxing thing, because it's like looking like who can beat Crawford now. I think it's just more like,
but that's still exposure, and that's still showing that he ain't just a nobody.
You're right. It is still exposure. You're right though, but in a way, like sometimes Stephen A. Smith is just like, it's just like someone probably told him to say Boots. Niggas, sometimes niggas. That you know how I feel about Stephen A. Smith.
I mean, I feel you, but it's like regardless of someone told him or hey, mention this or whatever, it's like he said it. It's like at the end of the day, Boots ain't the nobody that Crawford stands want you to believe he is or hope he is, when it's clearly the fight to make at 147.
If he stays at 147, yeah. If he stays at 147, yeah, that's what he has to fight. But
yeah, because
if Crawford goes in there at 154, who he gonna fight? It's a bigger name than Boots, besides Tszyu, or Mel.
And right now, the Mel fight Crawford is like it has no interest. Like I don't want to see it now.
Yeah, so take that fight off the table.
Yeah,
and if that fight's off the table, Mel will end up probably fighting Tszyu. So who the fuck does Crawford have to fight besides Thurman or someone else he brings up from 147?
Yeah.
I mean, what, Stanionis?
I mean, that shit will get ugly in the Masterpiece sneaker, my nigga.
I'd watch it. It's a good fight, but I'm just saying, like, it's not the fight we're asking for it.
Right. Yeah. No, and you're absolutely right. Because or fucking Barrios, who I don't want to see that fucking bullshit either. Like,
nah. I mean, I respect Barrios for calling out Boots and shit, but if we're gonna do something like that, throw it on a damn Crawford card or something and build it up. Like, but I think Boots and Barrios is another step closer to Boots being more known. Because Barrios is a name. He's been on pay-per-views. He's been against top guys. People see him out there, and he just had his best career performance. So we all know Boots beats his ass, but it'll do something both for their career.
Get him that exposure and get him the highlight of him doing it.
I just want Boots and Stanionis fight. I know Boots is supposed to have a fight date real quick. I just want to interject. I hope Crawford at least drops the belts, because I want that fight to be an actual unification. Given that they're both IBF, WBA number ones interims, I would hope Crawford drops the belts and make that fight an actual unification bout. You know what I'm saying? Or something.
I mean, we don't know.
Or at least fight the winner.
I mean, right now Crawford is now is probably finishing up his victory lap. I mean, I can't blame him. Dude deserves his victory lap.
And he's also have to probably drop a mill to get Bomac. Free Bomac. Bomac's out. Whoop. First day.
Yeah, free Bomac. Yeah, definitely. Bomac is probably free. Salute to.
Yeah, free at last. Thanks.
Free at last. Free at last.
Well, I think they give him like a 5 or 10 year suspended sentence and shit, and they allow him to actually leave the country. Because the dude Bomac was facing 5 years in jail over there.
Them shit sounded real strict. Like when all the Brits talk about it, I was like, damn, this thing is gonna get 5 years.
But then it's also too, it's like because he brought it into the country, so they probably thought like, and so they probably were like, you know what, the U.S. fucked up, because they actually allowed them to actually bring the guns in. So between that and I guess the character witnesses were like, oh, okay, Crawford is a character. Crawford and others, like, they kind of flew over there to be his character witness, so they let him go. Because, that motherfucker was facing 5 years of eating smushed peas on French fries, my nigga. So, like,
dude, it seemed like he was still eating good, nigga. Like, let's cut this shit. Like, he would have been like some food kingpin locked up over there, nigga. Like, him is no meals locked up. Like, some niggas you'd notice, like, all right, he lost about like 10 pounds, 15 pounds. He got a little, like, nah. Mm-hmm. Anything, that nigga look bigger. Like, I'm glad he out though. That's what's up.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's still stupid what he did. What happened?
Yeah, but niggas gonna cut their jokes. So I hope nobody's in their fucking feelings. This Rain Gang, nigga. This boxing,
right?
But
UK cuisine is definitely something I target because some of them cats eat like they're in the Crusade. So I got to I gotta get my jokes off.
You said eating in the Crusades.
So it's like,
oh, then they probably ate better then. Like, you might have roasted lamb or something, nigga. Like,
that's true. Yeah,
you might get a cow or some shit or something.
Yeah, but beans on toast and smushed peas on fries and burnt ass pizza.
Yeah, that Orphan Annie breakfast, nigga. That Oliver Twist ass. That fucking Oliver Twist ass breakfast, nigga. Like, nah, we off that. Like,
yeah, but definitely salute Bomac for not having to experience that. Have to probably experience that for the next 5 years or so.
Yeah, not having beans on pizza and ill shit like that. And,
yeah. Oh my god, UK cuisine is so gross. But anywho, yeah, I think we spent enough bars for today, and
that's about it. Ain't nothing else popped off.
Yeah, I know. Soon we're gonna get to some more interesting fights, and particularly, yes, we'll talk about the Tyson Fury card. I think in a couple of weeks or next. No, is it next?
A commercial fire though. I give him that.
Yeah, that commercial is fire. Like my brother sent me that shit on IG. I was like, oh damn! Like they actually put some thought behind that. Like, damn, Frank Warren, you're really trying to sell this shit. Frank is actually trying to get into this century. I think he's understanding. Like, I have,
but you need that though.
Yeah, it's like I have a bipolar, heavyweight champion of the world. That's under my control. Let me try to do something that will bring out some personality. Outside of him, singing songs and talking in a raspy voice and saying old timey English swear words and shit like that.
His dad acting a fool at press conferences, fighting people, threatening dudes. And...
There's not what did it say? There's not a fighter or a boxer born from his mother's cunt that could beat the Gypsy King. Shit like that. That nigga was wild. Yeah, he was wild during that wild fight. Even I have to admit, bro was on one.
Yeah. But boxing needs showmen though. Like, yeah, that's what is missing. Like the Prime Roy Jones and the Hameds and the Furies, the showmen, man. Like,
yeah, even the Tysons or just motherfuckers that fight hard like a Holyfield or
Gotti
or Gotti's and shit like that. It's like, oh damn, like that's we already know he's about to bleed buckets.
Yeah, motherfucker go in there, he mean business.
Yeah, exactly. We need some boxers need to be more cognizant of their brand and not just on the business side, but how they're going to be perceived, especially once they're done boxing. Like, you don't want to be the equivalent of Nelly, who after his run is asking people where's his motherfucking respect because he's not ranked as high as some of his peers or whatever. Because because dude only has like country grammar in his fucking shit as his magnum opus and shit like that. You don't want to be a Nelly in the boxing game like that. You want to be.
Hold on, but that nigga's with Diamond or some shit like.
He did, you know. I mean,
Nelly in the boxing game is like a nigga having a one pay-per-view that made 2 million fights, but then ain't have shit else in his life.
I mean, hey, so I mean, Vanilla Ice went Dynam too, but you know, Vanilla Ice is.
I told him, so he's Ryan Garcia. I'm just saying, like somebody who just kind of just really just did one thing, kind of.
I mean, honestly, I mean, you have more. I mean, that obviously, you know, if you heard me on this podcast, like Ryan Garcia is someone that I despise. I despise what he actually brings.
But he would fit your example, though.
And you're right. I'm not even disagreeing with you. You're right. Like you're absolutely right. Like I'm not disagreeing with you with that. Like, you know, but it's just like, you know. But like I said, it's just me being more cognizant of your brand. Like you don't want to be a one trick pony with your brand, and that one trick ain't the most memorable shit, you know. So, you know, so that's all I'm saying. But yeah, so probably just get some fun thoughts so we can get up out of here. P, you've been largely silent as we're going off, bro. What's your final thoughts?
You know, I'm not too excited for all these fights this weekend. This was a good weekend, but next weekend, I'll let people have their little influencer fights, and I'll try not to poop on those too much. I'll be watching the real nigga fights, aka the Aussie fights. Oi, oi, oi.
I'm not even mad at you, bro. So, not even fucking mad at you.
I'm ready for some kangaroo kicks and some kangaroo fists and some, you know what I'm saying? And as far as I'm concerned, that Canelo Crawford is a pipe dream. I don't want to see it. Fight Boots, fight Thurman if you want to stay at 147, or go up to 154. Fight Mel, fight Tszyu, and I'm tired of this motherfucker already. Oh, well, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna fight you, man. You don't need to fight you, man. If you cross all these people off your hit list, who's on your hit list? Come on. That's all I'm saying. It sounds silly.
Yeah.
So that's all I can say. You know. Otherwise, you know what it is. Ring Gang Radio all day, every day. You know where to find us at. RingGangRadio.com, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Got some more content coming, more animation. You're gonna love it. Stick around. Keep rocking with us.
Yes, sir. Ayo Pilot, what about you, bro?
I don't got much. Shouts out to Ring Gang. Shouts out to everybody in the comments. Hopefully we get some Wallazies, you know, something like that. I don't know. Ring Gang Radio. That's all I got.
Word. Ayo LB, man, what about you, bro?
Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat who was rocking with us today. Came through. We appreciate it. Everybody worldwide will be fucking with us on Podomatic and Anchor and everywhere else, YouTube. Mad love, yo. Make sure y'all follow us on TikTok, Twitter, IG, Facebook, all of that shit. Still grinding out here. We gonna be doing some never before seen, never before done type shit soon with the animation. So just be on the lookout for that. Probably be posting up clips, but yeah, big shit popping with that. Like, you know, definitely, you know, we've been doing the cartoons. I think like one each year, right? For like every year for like the last say 3-4 years. So this is another one. We taking it another direction. So you know, it's I think last time was All Rats Must Die. This time it's the Pizza Wars. So you know, pizza been a theme for Ring Gang from the beginning. So we still fuck with that. Like, yeah. So definitely be on the lookout for that. We're gonna try to bring that to you. Definitely, maybe a couple of weeks from now. Like, but we'll see. But other than that, ain't got nothing else to promote. That's just the main thing. Might drop a snippet of a new Clanarchy beat soon. If I get the approval, whatnot. But yeah, my dude in the kitchen, in the lab cooking. So, but yeah, that's marvelous shit. Yeah. You know, we'll you know, you'll hear it on the cartoon and shit. Like we gonna bless y'all. So yeah, just stay tuned. We gonna have lots of special guests on that cartoon too. So absolutely, yeah, niggas ain't fucking with us, man. I mean that.
straight up and down like 6 o'clock, my nigga. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I don't have nothing other than I definitely did start my latest Forgotten Fades article. Having this little holiday weekend, so-called holiday. I was able to work on some shit, so like at least I made some leeway onto that one, so that's good. So hopefully I can, I can finish that. My train of thought doesn't get interrupted because sometimes even with the shit that I write, sometimes you gotta do that shit with a clear mind. If just like LB and the rapping and shit like that, you gotta do that shit when your mind is clear and focus on it. If you can't, then it's not right when you try to force the shit. You know what I mean? So it's just
like, unfocused bars. You start rambling.
Yeah. So in that case, I take what I write very seriously in terms of like when I watch the fights, when I watch the old fights for the Forgotten Fades, because I like to be as descriptive as possible. If you ever like follow my articles, so it's like I like to do that. So, but hopefully that'll be coming soon, and just just keep rocking with us. Ring Gangs, the squad. We're the future of this shit. We're everywhere. Just type it in Google. It'll take you where you need to be. The website, and especially the YouTube. Like I said, listen, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends so we can all be friends. And I know you see your scrolling banner. You know what I'm saying? If you want to donate to the cause, to our movement, it's right there. Our PayPal is right there. So yeah, no, that's pretty much all I have to say. So again, salute everyone for rocking with us, and Thursday, join us on Thursday when most likely, we're Rome and P and then myself will be going off on Drake and shit like that, and the album, and young nigga this and album that, and basically how it goes when we like the music shit, like I said, because a lot of us have a lot of different views, so so like I say the arguments, they be arguing, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so that's how it goes, what I'm saying?
Yeah, we might have to revisit. Did that I Am come out yet?
Not yet. I don't think it did.
Yeah, I think we might have to, revisit that.
That's 2 albums, my nigga. Like that's gonna be mad tracks on that shit. Like,
I mean, it's Nas, nigga.
Yeah, I hear you, son. Like, I hear you.
I mean, damn, like. Mm-hmm. Every time I turn around, we got to do this for Nas. We got this Nas, and now it's an album I want to review. Niggas is like,
But the funny thing is too is like from the track list, because I know it's supposed to be like Nostradamus shit, but there's no Nostradamus real shit on there. It's like the stuff that was leaked is like, to associate with Nostradamus is just like why, it's like it's not like
like they still had like fire Nostradamus songs on there. They had the Project Window.
Yeah, the best song on the whole album, easily.
And the Last Words, best song on the album.
Nigga, of course. What the fuck? Nigga, that's what it is. Nigga, the fuck is you talking about, nigga?
Because it's the last word. Nah, nigga.
And stop slandering. You owe me. No more. You owe me slander.
Like,
I will not promise that.
I don't know what was wrong with You Owe Me, but
it was alright.
Nothing was wrong with You Owe Me.
Damn, it's like y'all niggas ain't dancing with no hoes in the club.
Nigga, when we talk about the Mr. Smith album, you was talking about that shit. Mr. Smith was a fucking
You always wasn't getting played in the club, man. Come on now.
Nigga, how old are you?
33, 34, 34.
How the fuck you know about what was played in the goddamn club where You Owe Me came out?
I never heard you singing that on that nasty ass hook beat. You know what I'm saying? The hell you talking about?
You didn't even know who it was?
No, it's Nas, right? You Owe Me's Nas Genuine, ain't it?
Yeah, but that was high school era for me and LB. Like, that's
like so you never heard that in no club, like nigga.
Nah, I hear that in the club, bro.
Yeah, it was already played out when you got there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when we started hitting the clubs, all the songs that you heard in the clubs were still being played in the clubs. They was just the classics. You know what I'm saying? They never stopped playing them. So
yeah.
Well, apparently for Pilot they did. They said, "Oh shit, Pilot's here. No Nas songs."
No, I will say I ain't really heard like You Owe Me a lot in the clubs, but I did hear Uchi Wally a lot in the club.
Yeah, Uchi Wally was dope.
Uchi Wally always got love in the club, nigga.
Uchi Wally was different.
Yeah, that shit got like mad club play. Like
hella club play. Yeah, that shit was like, even when I started clubbing, that shit was in there. That shit was
shit. Fucking Street Dreams got fucking more club play than damn UOB when I think about it.
Yeah, no, but Uchiwali will forever be Nas's actual club banger. You know, even the songs that he made that he probably meant for the clubs, for whatever reason, the Uchiwali, the fucking vocal hook or whoever got for that shit, that's the shit. And then of course the filthy lyrics, but you know the hook was the hook. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let his bodyguard sound better than him.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, too, is you couldn't even say anything because, you know, Jungle did hit. Oh, no, it was Horse. It was Horse. No, not Jungle.
Yeah, Horse killed that shit.
Yeah, Horse killed that shit, nigga.
I was like, damn. Like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Like, if I had security, I want that nigga to spit like that, too. Like had them bars. Like, yo, pause.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you jump out the Jeep and nigga, the song playing and he's still rapping in, and you like, okay, yeah, they like, yeah, you killed that shit. Like,
yeah. I thought that was crucial for that as a Nas diss. I was like, God damn, because it was true. Everything about that was a true line. It was one of the. That shit was real, you know, the real deal Holyfield. That shit was so fucking true. So,
I think Cormega's slick response is like one of the most underrated Nas disses because the whole doing it in Slick Rick's cadence,
yeah,
and over the beat and the shit he was saying, how he's like, yo, like why you like he lost his girl because he's always thinking about Cormega and how he's jealous of him, like just. That shit was always just funny. My success is overdue. Your kids hit the bed now. The story is through. But
yeah, no, definitely. You know, like I said, you know, Thursday we'll definitely go. We'll probably be on some music shit and some ranting, and so you know, and some old young nigga shit, and you know how we usually do. You know, especially since Drake is such a divisive topic among us.
Oh, you in Rome, nigga. Everybody else don't give a fuck about that shit. Like King P say his opinion, Pilot say his opinion, I'll say mine, and that's it. But y'all niggas would be going like, nah, old nigga, no, young nigga, yes. Like y'all just be.
I am review or some shit. Please say no.
Huh?
We're doing an I am review.
No,
it's not even out yet. Nigga.
Not even out yet. I asked them, nigga. Well, damn, but if you gonna sound like that, you ain't gotta show up then, nigga. Damn. The fuck? Like we begging this nigga to like, nigga.
I'm just saying the album's not a classic.
Yeah, you don't like that. That's even.
Hold on, I Am's not a. Hold on, this version of I Am is a classic. The one that dropped ain't a classic, but it was fire.
There's some good songs in there.
Yeah,
nigga, you name like the worst song, like.
Nah, yeah, I don't think people will probably be beyond about that shit. Like that shit.
I don't know. Let me see. Yo, King P, whose opinion is worse for the context? Pilot's opinion on I Am, or Pat's opinion on the damn War Disc?
Or no, I have to say Pilot, because Pilot said that there was only 2 good songs on I Am, and then one of the songs that he named that was one of the good songs is actually one of the weakest songs on that album.
Which one? Kissing?
Like, bro, really? Kissing? Like, Kissing is one of the weakest songs on the album. What are we talking about?
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. That's up there with the goddamn. He gave that shit a 4 on the album review. Man, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's a compelling argument, King P. Shit. This nigga said, so you ain't like Nas's like?
No, I said Nas like first. Nas is like definitely.
Nas is like in Kissing, really?
No, Nas like was one.
Yes. Nigga, like, dude, you literally was like, you're picking teams, and it's like you said, all right, I'm gonna get Kobe and Smush Parker. You're like, that's literally what you're doing. Like, this nigga said, hold on. You said I could get any 3 players from the Heat. Wade, Chalmers, like that's what you're doing, nigga. You're grabbing Nas's like, and then you're just pairing it up with the worst fucking, or the most average sounding. Wow, nigga. Nigga, you honestly, yeah, we might have to just make you be here for that review, nigga. Honestly, that might actually be like we might have to do a boss move on that shit and like require you to be here for that one. Yeah, even Henny God with the face paw. Like, God damn. Yo, listen, we done, son. I don't want Pilot to get mad, nigga. We fuck with you, but nah, nigga, that I am, nigga. Damn, man. You ain't like, yo, like, why you ain't like the other songs? Like,
it's not in the top 5 Nas albums for me, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's a cool.
I mean, it's just like like it's just like LB like in Nostradamus. I mean, you just take it for what.
Nah, see, but I broke down. I tell you the hot songs and everything. Like, and when we did the review, at least niggas could agree on certain songs. It was just really the placement. But this nigga literally picked the best song and the most average song, and forgot about the other hot tracks on the album. I'm just like, wow. Like, I actually want to hear his review for each song. I actually want to hear like the number. Like, okay, what's this song?
We'll run it back. We'll see what's.
Yeah, because that shit's just crazy, nigga. Like, but yeah. We out this bitch, man. Fuck it. Thursday, we in this motherfucker.
Absolutely. So for myself, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative. For LB Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist. For King P. Bodega B, and for Conscious Pilot, and then salute for Rome for showing up for his little cameo. You know what I'm saying? Because because we want to make sure he gets paid for this shit and whatnot. So this has been a wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.